Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to some gorgeous modding. It's time to get the drink down. Well, it's not anything difficult to drink. It's a bit of pop, but it's nice. And yeah, yesterday I played Grounded, which was good fun. Grounded 2, in fact. But of course, Grounded 2 has come out. And for the past year, I've been making these maps. And we're back to them. We're making the equivalent kind of deal here. It just needs to be done. I want to get it done this summer. I want to get it sorted. So the only way to do it is to edit. And of course, what do? I just decide to run the game without actually setting up any of the mods that I need to actually make the damn thing run. So let me just do that very quickly. I can delete that folder there and rename this folder here. And now I can press the game. There we go. That's better. Now it'll actually work. So we're going to get that sorted, and then we're going to, I don't know what we're going to do today. We're going to do some more of Jen's storage room, which involves the lovely old Rect tucked away. I've been doing a bit off stream, which is nice. I've got plenty to show you. But yeah, this is looking good. I'm enjoying this one. Just got a few more bits and bobs to kind of finish off and make. We're waiting for a crate from Heratoga. Jim is making me a crate. To go inside, which is more difficult than it seems, to be honest. That's why I asked him to do it, to give someone else the job. But we'll get there, and it'll all be good. So, loading those worlds, loading that blocks. I don't know what the last thing was that I opened. It should pop up. I think it was that. It was one of the POIs anyway. And then we're going to put these together and get this going. So, in God mode, come on, give me something. We're actually in the lounge. Okay, we don't need to be in the lounge right now. So we've got the mods running. There's no fog or anything. That's good. That's good. That means it's auto sorted out. So we're now looking for Jen's storage room. Hello 50, level 50, mod in the house. We're looking at an ugly British guy in Discord. Oh, has Jim got his face cam on again? Has Jim got his face cam? I would go in there, but I just feel like that's not. I'll go into live gaming. I don't need to do that. Oh, why does it keep doing this with my silly camera? Normal mode. There we go. Excellent. Right, all good, all fun, all dandy. We're in here. We've now got a beautiful workbench all sorted. This is all done. We've got to get all the kind of bits to go through. I have no idea why that has decided to appear, but that's fine. That's gone now. We've got a medical pile inside this lovely block here, this pallet. Is that meant to be that colour? I don't think that's meant to be that colour either. Definitely got to get this sorted. There we go. We've got this lovely pallet. Inside the pallet is empty, which means that people can walk through. We've got this beautiful bit up here. So to match the original POI, I've got some edging to do, some boring stuff. But to match the original POI up here, we've got the same kind of deal here. The same kind of deal up here, which is all very, very nice. And we've got a door. The door now goes into Jen's as well. So that's all sorted. That can all disappear. And I think we're pretty much sorted. So besides a little bit of sorting out the edging, because I decided to make full bricks here myself, because the brickwork did not look good. If I was to cover everything, like I can't do much about the cobblestone. The cobblestone has got to look like that, and I can't make it any better than that, because that block is cobblestone if I'm mirroring the full thing. But if I take this beautiful thing, wherever the heck it is, somewhere around here, this one here, and I paint that like that, it just, over the whole thing, it looks absolutely awful. So I made my own blocks, which is a bit better. But I've been working on the chest. We've got the chest. Here is the hardened chest. And the hardened chest has got a little bit of decal on it and stuff. And I managed to kind of get these bits going here. I've had to make the edge of the chest square. Unlike the real thing, I've had to square this edge in order to get these to fit on properly. But it looks much, much better than it did without it. So yes, so this is it. We've kind of got this bit. So where was I at? I made the screen now, or I copied that from level 50, your till. That gave us the screen. The issue now is, I was just doing this bit on top. It's putting these bits on top, but not being able to put any little kind of black section on here. So I didn't know One option I thought of, and I don't know if there's a block. King Cola, hello, 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 and double 50s over on YouTube as well with King Cola. You're right, 77. I was wondering in my dreams if I could do a half block. So I could do a half block, like, but all of this is all over the place. Could I do a half block here? No, I'd have to do a quarter block. Could I do a quarter block here? And then are there the blocks on top of this that could then do the same thing above? Because that is no, because I'd have to get a block with a bit sticking out. And I have a feeling it's one of those blocks that either exists or I made in one of my mods. And I'm not using any mods in this one that aren't server side. So I'm kind of looking for the one, it would be called a half, probably. A half, but with a little triangle on it. I have a feeling that I made that one myself. And it's not in the game. I don't know. Prove me wrong, game. Prove me wrong. There we go. So these are one of the many blocks that we probably need. I could put that there. I could put that there. That one would be an overhanging triangle. It just means that I could, and I don't know if it's going to look any good, but I could take like a dark Hillcase side like this, and I could paint these. Is it going to be like that? I'm on single brush. I can't even paint that. It's an absolute pain. I want to paint this one colour, and I want to paint that another colour. So it might not be possible due to the way they've done it. That one's here. There is no other alternative version. That's a real shame. So these two are classified as the same face. Yeah, that's all the same face. That is a shame. Hey, King Cola's over there as well. Twitcher Rooney. Cheers, man. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that because I would like to. The only other option I thought of, if that's not going to work, which it's not, is to have it so the whole lid is slightly open. So good old rect. Let's put rect in because that's what we're meant to do, isn't it? So we can catch a vibe here. So rect, maybe rect is going to stand here, and rect is going to stand here and admire the loot, basically. So let's put rect there. So there's rect in position. Behind bars, hidden there by Jen. Looking at this deal here, I'm going to hit save on this because I did a bit of clearing up and painting. But I don't know, either I put this on top, and if I put this on top and I paint it the same, then of course the problem is it's just going to look like this. And if I'm going to offset it, I need to decide how this is going to offset. Does the lid detach? How does this lid detach? Does the screen I think would stay there and all of this would fall back. So do I take these, do I make the lid anyway and then take the whole damn thing and shift it like I can't shift it 3 blocks back. I could, but I'd have to bring the whole thing forward a whole load. Maybe that's the way to do it, and then there's a hole in the top. I don't know. I think what we'll do is we'll make the damn lid, and then we can just shift it if we need to. Let's just make the lid. Let's make the lid. But yeah, this is where I'm at, really. Just trying to kind of take these blocks and then rotate them. Open the box slightly. You think that'd be a good idea? If I want to open the box, it's got to go 1, 2 back. The whole thing's going to have to shift from its position. So I'm going to have to take this here. I think opening the box would be a good idea. We never see them open. But if I was to take this and then I was to move this 1, 2, 3 and do that, move that across, and then it doesn't really matter. It's the only thing in this position, isn't it? Go 1, 2, 3, and then bring this all the way back. Put this there, I believe. Yep, that looks all right. Press J. We would then have the box away from the wall. Try it for science. Ryan, long time no see, mate. How are you? How are you? Modder extraordinaire is here. How are you, mate? You all right? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Over on Twitcheroony. You all right, mate? How's tricks? I've been out of the game for a bit, but I'm back now. We're finishing off the mouse mats. We've been making a few of them, mate. So I think you saw the kitchen, but we've got lots of them now. So they're going to come in 3 packs on. It's going to be like an overhaul, I hope. It's going to have 3 games with 2 POIs combined together. So yeah, I'm good. Yeah, just had a bit of a year of kids growing up and work being crazy. So I've just took a bit of time off and sorted things out, really. I don't want to do that. I'm making this out of metal. So we're just chilling and chatting and making stuff and doing that kind of thing. You know what I mean? That's basically the deal here. Place this here. I don't know which block this is. Let's see if we can rotate this into the correct position. I think it's about there. Yeah, let's erase these, and then I can... No, let's not do that. Let's erase these, and then I can actually see what I'm doing. So that looks okay. That's kind of... No, that doesn't look okay. How come that was... What? Okay, I'm just being dumb here. I'm not rotating it correctly. Or it's a different piece that I need. What's that going to be? Boom. No, that's absolutely not it. What the heck is this piece that I've used? I don't know. This is the fun of the game, eh? It's that one there. That's the way around. I'm just being dumbass. There we go. That's good. But yeah, that's what we're up to, really. You haven't played in Yonks either. Enjoying watching others these days. Fair play, yeah. We just want to finish off these mods. I think, am I right in saying you saw the kitchen? I remember chatting to you about it before. Did you see the kitchen? I think you were in when we were playing it that time, a long time ago it was. But if not, I can give you the super quick tour because we've got to get some work done tonight. But basically, mouse map, you're small, bit like Grounded, which is the in thing at the moment. And in this POI, we're trying to recreate this part of Farm 01, Jericho Farm. This corner here, we're kind of recreating this subtly. This is where Rekt is. So Rekt is stuck in here. He's actually locked in here. This is Jen's storage room. And if I just save that, and then if you go through this door here, there'll be 2 of these POIs together. You're kind of locked inside. That's how the game kind of works when you play it. And then you end up going into Jen's, and in Jen's, this is where, that's the door that goes into that room. And this is Jen's kind of tradery medical center. And again, you're a little mouse, you're running around. So I've written mods for it now, so you can kind of jump a bit higher, and you can, you can jump a bit higher, and you can, get inside things like the water cooler and all this kind of stuff. And then the other pair is the kitchen. So the kitchen is the original one that I made. That's that one. And of course, if you remember, we can get inside the fridge, we can get inside the dishwasher, you can walk around everywhere. And this links to the lounge. The lounge is somewhat complete. The lounge is this kind of dusky little room with a fire and a TV. And it's all like PvP shooting and stuff, and you can't break your legs and, that kind of stuff. But you run around and do that. And then we're going to have a bathroom and a bedroom. Bedroom's not started yet, but the bathroom's pretty much done. So here's the bathroom. Again, you can get, with all of the POIs, you can go into the walls and you can run about in the walls and get to different places. So we've got a bathroom. We've got Nemesis level 50. Heratoga, they've all made parts and bits and for all of this, but yeah, it's looking pretty good basically. Yeah, it is very topical. Yeah, it's getting big because eventually the whole idea is that once this is done and these are released as a mod, then the second part of it, the future version, would be something like Grounded, because in Jen's there's the door to go outside and that needs like a garden area, so it's going to get there. But this will be connected to a bedroom, kitchen, to the lounge, and the trader and the storage. And once they're all together, you've got 4 different maps. Go around, start shooting people, have a bit of fun. I've just got to... The only thing I've got to do is I've got to work out how to mod it like some of the big mods, the overhauls, where when you start, you get to pick your class and it gives you your weapons and stuff. I don't think it's too hard to do at all. But that's the plan anyway. And then you can just start the game, pick whichever class. Do you want to be a sniper? Do you want to be an AK? Whatever. Assault, something like that. And then, yeah, you're off and you're away. Let's have a look here. I need to copy this block here. But yeah, they're great fun playing the PvP maps. They're really good fun. We had a lot of fun playing them. So let's copy. No, not copy that rotation. Go to advanced. What? Oh, is this now a full block all the way? It can't be a full block all the way. Oh, because I've changed this block as well. Okay, that's fine. I've changed this one. Just got to make it match up, really. And then there we go. That's what we've been up to. These maps have been sitting here for over a year now. And we've done a whole bunch of stuff recently. It's been great. So just a matter of churning them out and having a bit of fun. Okay, that looks all right. That looks all right. So we're trying to make this lid here. This lid is going to be too high. Way. But we've also got these kind of like little nodulary bits on top. So we're going to, I guess, does that kind of flatten out on top? Yeah, okay. So do we cop out and make, yeah, I think we're going to make this flat on top a bit more. So yeah, there we go. Just going to mess about. I think we're just going to take all of this, all of that. I'm going to copy this, we can edit it. And I think there we go. Let's try this now. This one's going to have to rotate the other way. In fact, it's just going to be these two blocks, is it not? It's just going to be that. That goes around to this. This one flat. It's going to have to come off here. I think these are just going to be square. But anyway, there you go. It has been a year. Yeah, 20. It's been a year, mate. It's been that long since we've done all this. We might put a lid on it to make it thicker. I don't know. But this bit here, it gets flat on top, and then there's going to be a block that goes around this keypad. And this is really what we want to try and make. So if we take said block here, come on, get out my hands. Give me a proper block. We're going to put this here. Whoa! Holy moly. Ryan, thank you for the follows. Cheers, man. Cheers, man. Yeah, so we're going to have the keypad in here. This is all, you know, it's this tricky little situation we're doing at the moment. It's all a bit silly, but we'll get there. Let me paint that up so it's out the way. Oops. Okay, so we've got our lid. Let's do the other side. Unfortunately, I can't rotate these, so we're just going to have to... No, we can kind of rotate them. That is going to be the same as this over here, I do believe. Yes. And then actually it will be the same, except that will be different, won't it? So let's take that lot and chuck these over here. Yes, boom. That. Why does that not look right? Why does that one go under and that one goes over? What the hell's going on there? Yeah, I made a mistake, didn't I? I made a mistake on that block. That's okay. That's also going to be this block. I don't know if anyone's... We've been talking about it, but I don't know if you've noticed it. It's like an absolute nightmare now because they've done something with the lighting settings. So everything kind of blends in. Where before there was some kind of... you could differentiate between, you know, you could see the shadows. It just doesn't seem to come up anymore. Either the dedication to come back to past projects, yeah, that's what it is. Take a break from them for sure. You got neither. Well, that's fine as well, mate. You know, there's more to life than that. That looks like it should be the right block. So what am I doing wrong? I'm doing it wrong because I need that block, not that block. I'm just being absolute dumbass. Come on, give me the right block. Oh, am I just putting that in there? No, I'm not. Oh, see, I'm now losing it. This block. There we go. No. Why does that... Have I just got complete... I'm now losing it. that block there. I want that block there. Give me that block there. Just give me that block there. Damn you, game. Give me that block there. Yeah, that's the block. Don't give me that in the corner. Give me that in the corner. That's what I want. It better be right, or I'm going to scream. No need to scream, people. No need to scream. It's all good. Right. Yes, that looks normal. Okay, so we've got a lid. We're up to here now. And then what we're going to do here, this is just one of these, followed by one of those. Okay. Copy. Actually did it this time. Plonk, plonk. Then a good old square. Plonk. Plonk. And now we've got a lid. And all we've got to do is somehow magic up something that looks a bit like this top. So let's investigate in more detail. If that's a single, then all of this is going to go around here. There's even a step there. I don't know if we're going to do that. But it's this kind of black part with a screen and some buttons and stuff. Oh, somebody off. You go to sleep, King Code. I'll see you later, mate. Cheers, man. Good to see you. Good to have a chat today on Discord, mate. It's good, good, good. Right. Okay, so let's start with this. How many blocks do we think? Let's get the old cube of measurement, and then let's have a look. So this is going to come, if that's halfway, this is going to come up, let's say, to 8 blocks at the end. Do you reckon? 8 blocks. It's 1/20th scale. 8 blocks seem all right to me. So 8 blocks out. That's 1. That's 2. So this is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Comes out to 8. Comes across. These are obviously going to be a bit more curvy, but we'll get this bit out. Stick these bad boys in here. Then we need like it to curve. So these corners are going to be some kind of squishy around the corner things. No worries. See you later, Simpson. Let's get something curvy. Let's get something more curvy. Let's get rid of the word half. That doesn't help. Man or beast? I'm the beast. Yeah, I'm a bit of a beast, sorry. There's 2 different ones, isn't there? There's a cube quarter round outside. I don't know why I hit that button there. Right, we'll get that there. We'll get that there. So we've got that top bit. Let's keep having a look here. So half a block down is going to be this pad area. So I think we're going to have to... We won't try and make that indented. That might just kill me. But let's start off by making this pad area with a notch. And I reckon we could probably blag that with these blocks here. So we're going to blag these and place these down like so. And then we're going to pretty much fill it from the back to the screen. So does this go onto the screen? It does, but it's the wrong height. But it will be the right height for the screen if I do this. So we'll start off with that. Like so. So that ends up being the right height because this is just kind of raised up a little bit. All of this is going to be black. We're going to get our keys in there. We're going to get, I don't think we're going to get, we might have to write working rather than working stiff tools. Or just write stiff. We might just write stiff. And then we could reduce these. This is only going to be a paint job. So we could do an indent. If we were to, we might have to get rid of the outside. Here. Might get rid of the outside. Although that might only be half a block. We'll see. Is there a painty quarter job but half? I've never looked before. What is this block? I'm going to keep going down until it appears with a yellow debris around it. And I can't see it at all. It's got to be somewhere around here. Can't see it. Can't see it. Can't see it. Can't see it. Oh, you're going to make me look at the block and decide what it is. All right, game. All right, game. Cube, half, trim, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So let's go to half. In fact, why am I even doing this? I'm just going to place these, but only... Oh, God, I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Angel Eyes, hello. So I'm trying to make this more complicated for myself, and I don't need to. Okay, let's at least start with something that looks reasonable. So we're going to paint this up. I don't know if we need that one. Well, it's all going to be black. That's going to be lighter, but that's going to be indented. I do need to take that out. I just need to, if that's only a black rim on that bit, then I need a step, basically. I need a step, a standard step. Why do I see the baseboard first? I need a standard step. We might put these in, just to, no, that's not going to be good either. Grain. Steps down, it's going to be something underneath. So I just need a half block. So I do want to know if there's a trim half block. Brain. What if I go half? Is there a trim half block with two paintable bits? Here they are. Boom, boom, boom. I don't see this in half. No, not in half, in a quarter. I'm looking for a quarter block. No, there's no kind of quarter block with the trim in there. But I don't think I've got to worry too much about it if I just put a trim in there. And then we'll knock out the other bit in a second. Okay, so we're going to paint this black. Like so. Paint this black. We're going to make a notch coming out the edge of that. That notch is going to be, it's a whole block width. So in essence, I want to have an 1/8 in there. I want to get an 1/8 in there, paint it black, and then it'd be nice to have a curve in there, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, 50, is I'm just going to put a whole block underneath here. That'll make it flat, but we've got to do some bits and bobs. Oh, I'm going to... Yeah, is there an 1/8 block inside curvy bit? It's a kind of useless piece they might actually have made. I don't necessarily need it. I just thought if there is, you know, when there's the inside, these bits here, these arches, is there like a mini arch 8th corner filler? There's only that one there for the 3. Oh my God, blimey, that's absolutely huge. That's not what I mean. No, I don't think there is, but that's okay. I was talking about like a really like something like, not quite that one, but this one here, but small. They definitely don't have that. They don't have that. Okay. So we got this. We got the notch coming out. Then there's a block. And then there's 1, 2, 3 here. So there's the notch. And then 1. And then 1, 2. It might have to be 2.5. Because that might fit better. Because when I take a full block and I place these underneath here, from here to here, I'm hoping, daisy, from here to here, boom, boom, we've then got this scenario. Okay, let's hit save. Get rid of these beautiful shadows it puts in. There we go. And then that bit here, this is all going to be that kind of creamy deal, except this has got a little notch up. Don't think we're going to... Don't we have... an eighth on a quarter on a plate, or an eighth on a plate. If I type in plate, isn't there a plate, a full plate with one of those half, quarter, this one here? Okay. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3 at least. 1, 2, 3 in our scale currently. Have I gone past it? There we go. And that's going to give us roughly the same deal here. And then here, we're going to have that. That's going to be raised. So let's just see how this turns out. See if it's worth the hassle. But then this area is going to be raised more. But that's where I can use the larger plate. That's fine. So I'm going to take that. We're going to get ourselves the whole plates. Does that need to be bigger? Feels like it needs to be half bigger, but we need enough for the pad. So we might just leave that for now. And then we need a half whole plate. Whole plate does come in a half, doesn't it? Whole plate doesn't come in a half. Whole plate half, it does. Remember now, that would be insane. It's just over there with the catwalks. Okay, so that's good. So that then is going to go black. Except it's going to have a green part in it. So I'm not quite sure. It might just have to have something like that on there, just as a token to what we want. Maybe something like that. I don't think the pole plate's got anything funky that I can paint up. Pole plate. Yeah, it's got nothing wild and adventurous for us to deal with. Cube half plate corner. Cube half plate corner. Oh yeah, sorry. We're behind each other slightly. But exactly. So we've got that. Not that you're going to... Oh, you are going to notice it, because we're going to take this colour here and we're going to paste that along here. And we'll do that on top for poops and giggles. Like so. Now we've got that raised. That's our issue, isn't it? No, hang on. Why did I raise that? I raised those, but I didn't raise this. So the only thing we could do... Oh, yes, because the raising finishes here. What we don't have is half a pole plate to a plate. We don't have that. We don't have that, do we? That is a block. I don't think we do anyway. Pole plate. No, that would be a good block. That would fix that issue. We've almost got it there with a pole plate corner, but it's not what we want. So we're not going to get the symmetry we want. We're not going to get the symmetry we want. We're just not going to get it. Let's have a look at just plate. There's nothing else that's offset in height, like a catwalk or anything like that. It is close. But what I'm saying is here, the only thing I could do is, I think, I can't make that one into a pole plate. I think we're just going to have to bin the idea of a raised surface on this side. I think that's what we're going to have to do. It will just be too much hassle. Because we might as well have it look clean rather than it looks dodgy, basically. Okay, so let's get this back on. I'm only going to paint at the top for now. All right, so we've got this little section here, this little section here, this little section here, these little sections here, which is all good. Then we've got to work out on the keys. Now, we're not going to get numbers on there. We're not going to get numbers on there. We need to somehow, 1, 2, 3, we need to have this looking like it's different. So we've almost got 1, 2, 3, all the way to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's this area that we want to be the keypad. Like so. 9, and then there's the 2 buttons underneath. So we've kind of got a pad on there. And then STIFF, we could write stiff on it. Then all of this needs to be black. Although in essence, do you know what? Everything should be this color. Everything should be this, not black, not shiny. But then this one, so I want this lot here to be this color. And then I want the inside to be slightly darker. And the only way to do that is to use the metal torque and the other way around. What if I put some shingles on there? Would they look like keys? What if we did some drop ceiling? That look a bit different. It's not. That's the only way to make it look like there's some keys on there. Unfortunately, they are light. We did that on the laptop, didn't we? Wasn't there a dark drop ceiling? That is the dark drop ceiling. Let's see what this looks like, just to see if it does the job. Okay, so let's just paint all these up. I could go fill paint, but it's an absolute nightmare on this with these blocks. It's the nearest we're going to get to a keypad. Like so. Oh, this would be grey everywhere. Obstinate. Like so. That kind of looks like a keypad. That'll do me. That'll do me. All right, so we've got something akin to a keypad at the top. What do you reckon? Putting letters there might be a bit hassle because they would get in the way. They'd be like blocks. Or do we write stiff? Or do we write? Oh, we haven't got enough room for WST. No, I think I'm going to leave it as it is. I think it looks good enough. I think it looks good enough. We could always get working stiff tooled and write that like somewhere on the side here or something like that. Okay, so once that comes out of here, we have this kind of area. We then got a half a block here. We just want to try and make this these long bits. So let's try and make this one to start with. These two are actually higher. So here we've got this half block that goes all the way to the back and then has a little slope on it before we get to this bit. So if we finish off, no, if we just take what we've got, we can rotate this around. Boom, boom. Put this at the back here. Get rid of the frontage section. Rebuild this bit, and then we have the back area. I need to fix these corners again. So we're going to, oh, that's one of the invisible blocks in the way. We're going to put that in there. And then we're going to put that in there. Bam. So we've got that edge. Then we just need to sort this bit out, which is going to be this bit but extended. So I think if I just copy this across for now. Damn blocks in my way. No. Ah, where have I flown to? Right, come on, up here, boom, boom. Put this across here. Boom. Oh, I'll have to do it separately. And then take this bit. Is that bit that bit? No, that bit is not that bit. Oh, but it's that bit there. Ah, but then it's caused the flat bit here. Okay. What I'm now working out what I need to do. I need to take this side to there. And I need to move this over here. That is now correct. Except this is now not the right way around. Why not? That is the correct way around. That is the correct way around. Stop doubting yourself. Then I need to take this bit. And I need to put this bit. God, I'm making a mountain out of a molehill here, I tell you. That bit needs to go there, which is good. And then we copy that and shove that in there. That looks all right to me. So we've got this part here. Now we've got the back section. We can work on this bit coming out. Now our issue here is, of course, this is not going to be symmetrical, is it? That is 6. So we're going to have to come out the middle. We're going to have to get a half block or 2/8 or whatever panel this is going to be. This is going to be raised up here. So we've got, oof, God blimey. We've got this top bit here, which is this bit here. We're going to work at the back, and we're going to have this with probably a pole plate. I don't know if that's too ambitious, because that is going to be the same as that block there. So yes, if we were to take the one with the pole plate, which I don't think we've got anymore, so we're going to go with pole plate. Okay, the pole plate didn't have it, so we will go back to the standard plate. We'll take this one here. This one here is going to go in the middle. It's not offset right, is it? I need that, but up. Do we even have that in a plate? That one's at the bottom, that one's in the bottom. Holy moly. What's this? No. Do we have an offset one? Offset. Offset block and a plate. Damn. I might have to... It's this, but it's not, it's that. But I'd have to come out here. Okay, brain. No. I'm not using my brain right. I'm not using my brain right. Because if that's the full block, it's one under. So all I need to do is get my half. Get my half? No, get my quarter. What about my little stairs one? Hang on. Just put one of these here. Just put one of these here, but rotate it. And then you can decide. So what I'm doing badly is I'm saying that that's half a block, because this is a block. So if this part is half a block, that's going to be quarter of a block. So I need to go half a block quarter. So I actually need a quarter of a block and then half a block. Again, that does not exist. Okay, we need a compromise here. We need a compromise. We need a compromise. We need a compromise. And I don't know how to compromise in my mind. want this, basically. And I don't have it. Or do I have it? Because that's going to be at this level. And that is not at that level. Hello, Snookerman. Welcome. How are you over there on YouTube? How are you tonight? Let's comprise. I've got just to go and grab a beer. Good move. Good move, my man. No, but it does help. You go and get a beer. Snookman LJ? Where's my brain when I want it? This is tough on how to make this look good. It's because if only this was half a block higher. I'm happy with this frontage. I'm happy with this frontage. I'm happy with this. I like that. So this is the issue. So we're almost going to have to... We're going to have to make this all flat and not have this bit. We could paint this in. This might have to be done like this. If it was done like this, let's build it and then destroy it later. It would come up to that kind of level. No, because it'd be then a flat bit. Okay. There would then be something that would make that slope down, which we can probably get. But we won't get... Oh, that would be... That's the other issue. If we want that sloping down, we would need something on a plate. And I don't think we have on a plate half a triangle sloping down. But they're making heavy-duty bed frame for the wife. She wanted a taller bed because of a bad hip. And I made one that's the way to do it. My bed is, I made it to outlive me. I did exactly the same. I was like, I'm fed up with these crappy beds that just like are no good. So I like literally went down the DIY place. I bought the legs of my bed are made from, oh God, is my camera gone silly? Got it. Boom. Press the button. Yeah, just type if it goes weird and I'll press the button. It's made of fence posting. It works. I don't care. I only want to sleep in it. I want to get a good night's sleep. Yeah, this has become incredibly tricky now to make the top of this. The only way that I could see to do it would be to offset. You know, like beforehand, I was like, shall I raise the whole thing half a block? If I raise the whole thing half a block, and that's a lot of work, but if this could be raised half a block, then this would fix itself. But then I like the idea of the offset lid just as is. I think we're going to have to keep working on this one. Okay, so let's say we had that. We might not be able to make the slope down here. We might not be able to make it. Let's take the easy option. Let's get a standard plate, which this is. 4 times 4 legs and 12 times 12s for the outer part. Nice, 4x4 legs. Yeah, that's it. That's what I did. That's pretty much what I did, mate. Well worth it. That's good. Why does that hang over the top of here? Because that is an extra thing. That's fine. Let's just fill this in. Get a vibe. Just get a vibe for the whole thing. We're going to have to put something, we can put something underneath there to fix that kind of cover. In fact, that's only going to be from there to there. Okay, so we're going to fill that up. Take that, we'll chuck this on this side, and we'll fill that up. We might need one more. Why is that? Yeah, one. No, it won't, because that'll have an edging on it. Whoa! Okay, be like that. Like so. If I just put that on the outside, that's why it's wrong. Just do it manually. I'm an idiot. Put that in there. Take that there. Stick that from there to here. Fill it in. Bam, bam. Stick that from here to here. Fill it in. Okay. Now these edges we can fix by putting something underneath. I don't think we've got a corner with a plate. I don't think that exists. Or if it does, I would love it. A corner on a plate. Chances are very slim. But I think we can survive by putting a plate underneath. What if I put corner? Corner, corner, corner. There's a corner. Corner on a plate. Corner. There's no corner with a plate. Corner with a plate. Corner with a plate. Corner. No corners with a plate. There's the inverse of it, but no, that's all right. Well, we might just have to put a plate underneath here, and then have some kind of feature, some little feature or something. We are certainly pushing the limits of the game, but we can compromise and do this. All right. So if we've done that, then one block, maybe 1.5. Yeah, 1.5, and then half. We've got this. The only thing is what we haven't done. Yeah, we don't have this raised bit. So the final topper. I don't know. I'm just going to build something and then do what I often do and then rebuild it later. So for this, it wants to come out to the same place. And this bit is coming out of here. That's that bit there. This bit isn't... Oh, that's that bit. That's totally different. Ooh, we might be... Excuse me. Excuse me. This bit might have a little edge on it, which is fine. But over here, this is 1 block or 1.5 from here. That's the edge. Let's stick one down here. Whew. So this is the edge here. This is the notch in, which is half a block. So there's the rest of the block. Then there's half a block. And then there's this. So the rest of the block. Hang on, let's do that again. Half, 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 starting. Half, 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 starting. So at this position, we're going to have a raised block. So that is, in essence, what I'm trying to do here, is I'm trying to get half. Here. And then I'm trying to get half here, like so. That will obviously have to be cut down a bit. That's fine. And then this continues along here. Now, we should have a plate with a half. We know that that exists. So we can say plate. We're going to take this. No, we want a full half. We don't want a quarter. We want a full half with a plate, which is this one here. All right. So we're going to go from here to here. No, just there. Just, no, not that high. Just there. Boom. And then we're going to put this way around and go from here to here. We'll stick that lot in. So we've got our 2 bits, well, our 1 bit running out of there. We will copy this. That bit is that going to have to be one as well? And again, we might not be able to get the slopey bit coming down if we've got the plate on the ground. This is why I kind of want to... Is it worth doing this with a full set of plates underneath? If I did this as a proper half block with a plate underneath, then on top, we have a raised bit. I think. If we were to do this, then that would actually raise that inner surface there. I'm going to try something. So if we did that, it makes this bit slightly raised, which makes this bit slightly raised. So we do actually have a raised game. That would just mean that this would be the right lid height. I think that might be all right. That might be all right, people. And then here, we take this out here. Like, let's just do it here. Oh, wrong one. No, correct one. We take that bit. Oh no, correct one, because we want to do 2 of these. Is that going to be too long? Let's try 1. We're going to take these out, and then we're going to take this plate, and we're going to solve some problems by going from here to here, and then going all the way over to here. No, not to there. What's to there? To there. Fill that up. Save it. Get rid of those shadows. And then, if we're doing that, this is all going to disappear. Yeah, we're going to put a block there. But let's... No. Yeah, they're all wrong as well. I'm going to delete them because I can't see what I'm doing. Why won't that paint? I've got the paint. Paint. Oh, we can't paint, which means the game's crashed. Well, the editor's gone. So we'll have to come out in a minute. So we got that. That means if we've got this flat, we're going to take a standard Dubry, standard quarter, and we're going to place that here and here. So we've got that kind of raised deal like so. Yeah. We'll sort out all the funky bits in a bit. Then we've got this one here. So this one's going to require a half. Like so. And then we've kind of got roughly the deal that's happening here. And then this is now the same level as this, which means that when I take a block like that, it's just going to be smooth over. Yeah, we've got the raised bit. We've got it. We've got it. we've got what we're trying to achieve. Right, let's save that. Let's exit. Let's grab some more, not beer, but some of this stuff. So whenever you can't paint, I always say this at least once a stream, whenever you can't paint in the editor, you have to leave and you have to play the game again. There is no ifs or buts. There's no way of fixing it. There's no special commands or anything like that. It is just decided to take one for the team. And you've just got to do the same. That's all you can do. Anyway, cheers, everyone. This is a pre-release piece of software, it says, even though it's been released. It definitely is pre-release. Okay. Editing tools, blah, blah, blah. So if we can paint those strips, we can just see them a bit nicer, which would be kind of good. I think we've got it. I think we've got the different levels that I'm looking for. I don't think we're going to get the slopey, nice bits. I don't think we'll be able to get those everywhere. We'll see. We'll see. But we can give it a go. Where are you spawning me? You're spawning me down here, over here, over here. Way flying about. Okay. So if I paint all sides of a block, I can... No, let's not paint all sides of a block. No, we will be painting all sides of a block here. That's okay. But I just kind of want to paint the top bit. So we've got one sticky out bit here. One sticky out bit here. Okay. Got another one to do on the other side. The question is can we get a little lip down here? Now this one, yes, we can now. I don't think we'll get them at the front. I don't know. We might be able to. So we're going to get... We just want something to slope slightly downwards and give us something funky. Oh, look at that. That's on a half. They're both on a half. So it's either going to be called slope or it's going to be called ramp. And it's going to be a half. I think it's going to be a ramp. And we have offsets as well. And we need, that is offset. We need that not offset, although that will not work. Because it will be upside down. Is the other one next to it? That's just a left and a right, so that doesn't make a difference. Okay. Let's keep looking. Oh, Adacoach, you're right, mate. Right, I've got a black background on my chat, and you come up in a deep purple. Hardly readable. I hate seeing that pre-release disclaimer every time. Well, it should have, yeah, because we're done. I need this corner here. This little bit here, right in the middle here. I need that little bit on its own. It's going to be here somewhere. It's going to be here somewhere. Is it that one? Is that little ramp incline? It is. Okay. So we've got a little floaty bit down here. And then here we need the same thing. And again, chopped in two. We're hoping next to it there's going to be kind of long thing. This is called a half. Ramp incline. So let's go half again. And see if there's like a little triangle. I need this one. I need that, but maybe steeper. Oh, again, it might be it's this, or is that the wrong way around? That's the wrong way round, but does it come round the other way? It does. Good, good, good. So we kind of get these little ramps coming down. It kind of looks like the real deal. What about that, eh? Quick, hit save before you mess it up. Holy moly. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. So if we've got that, we need to replicate this over this side, which is not going to be as easy as anything because that's 5. So that's 5. So it's just going to be on the end of here. Because we need to have the ones with plates on here, on the inside. So we're going to take that. What's that? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just in this position, we need to have that here, I do believe. Yeah, so we need that from here all the way to, well, for now, to there. Boom, boom. All right. And then we need to have what's on the outside of this one. Copy, shape, and rotation. We're going to have that over here. From here all the way to here. Boom, boom. Okay. Then we need those ends in. We need some plates down to be the underside. Boink, 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 boink. Is that symmetrical? Yes, it is, I do believe. 5 along there. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 along there. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, that's looking all right. So let's take this again and paint this up. Just so I can see it. Does that line up with that one there? Which is not painted. Okay. Hang on. 1, 2. 1, 2, the curvy bit. 1, 2. Oh, is it because I've added... That's a plate underneath. I probably don't need the plates underneath here. We're going to have to see. I'm not sure. But that's okay. It's all still good. It's all still good. I'm thinking ahead when I shouldn't be thinking. Don't think. Just make it. Just make it. Okay. We've got that part of the chest. That's all good. This all shrivels down. I think we're just going to have to maybe make the edges and see how this pans out. Yeah, we're doing all right. Hit and save again. Keeping the rigmarole of saving things up. So what about these ends here? These ends, this one, these two end early. But before that, so that is really just the slopey bit down here and the slopey bit down here. That's totally doable. So again, I need to just take these. So I'm going to copy this one and decide which side this is going to be. That's going to be on this side now. Okay. And then copy the other one and put that here. Did I pick the wrong one? I blooming well did. Which one did I pick? That one. Let's pick this one. Oops. Boom. And a boom. All right, so that's that done. Paint it up just for effect. And then this one is, this one here just needs a curvy bit to match the one below. So that is the block that just has that chunk cut out of it here, which we probably used somewhere. Somewhere, we'll find it. So it is the block with a chunk cut out of it. So Ed Coach, how are you, mate? How's life treating you? We're looking for, what block's this one? What block is this one? It's just a square. It's like this, but it's just with a notch out of it. I feel like this should be easy to find. Is it that one there? Corner beveled. It's just that, isn't it? Well, that's what it's getting. Trust me, that's what it's getting. And I don't think I need to put a pointy bit on the front here, or do I? Pointy bit, this just goes up. Hang on. This comes up here. Oh, do you know what I've done? Look at this. These should be square blocks. That's fine. But this is one unit. So these two, that doesn't go down. these are going to be... Hang on, am I doing this all wrong at the front? That feels all right. It's more chunky, isn't it? It's like, I don't think I... That goes in. This is not like the same. I don't know why I thought it was the same. This is chunksville. This is chunky-tastic. So this is like, okay, come on. This seems to come out a little bit. I don't know if we're going to get this little edging bit here, but all of this, that just goes all the way down. So, oh, my brain is not liking this. Hang on, I'm missing a trick here, look. If there's the screen, this comes out way further than it. So if I put the screen and everything... Oh, it's because everything is slightly more forward than it should be. Should the screen be in more? Or should the screen be... The screen can't be bigger, it looks all right. Yeah, just been... No, keep lurking, mate. Go and do what you need to do. If you are, of course, you've got to catch all the lurkers, so you can always just type in !spank and see if you can get Lady Dahlia, because that's what we always like to do. But I do appreciate the lurks. They make a difference, because if you're here and we've got a few numbers, then somebody rando might turn up and actually see things. He goes for it. Oh, you got Ryan. Please. 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 Okay. So I feel like I'm kind of half manipulating this. This is fine because it's behind. This is meant to be a whole block backwards, but it's because of the angle of this screen. And I put the screen in line with the body here. So this straight part of the body fits in. So there's the bit sticking out. There's the bit sticking out. This screen's correct. But I have to make it one higher and move the whole lot in if I want to make it perfect. But I don't think I'm going to go there because the angle of our screen is not as abrupt as this one. The only other way of doing it would be to use a ramp and then move the whole lot back. But I just feel like that might be too much. I would have to take... Let's save this. I'm going to try, you know me. We would have to save that. We'd have to do that. I'm not going to physically save over this yet. But I'd have to do that. Bring this back one. That would cause everything else to come back one. We would then have to take this out and would have to make the screen attach at a larger angle, which I don't think we can do with any edging whatsoever. If we did that and shot all of these further back, that means this would actually come forward one. The screen would have to be a bit at a bigger angle. So we would have to go, we'd have to put that there. We'd have to put that there. Would have to take that and paste it in. Okay, be like that. Paste that in. And then we'd have to redo this screen so it actually fits into this area here. And it would be indented at the side. So it would go into there from this position here. So the question is could we make a screen? Because when 50 made that for the cash register, it had a lovely angle. It had a lovely trim on it. So is there a ramp with a trim in the right place? There is. I couldn't rotate then for a moment. So could I go 1, 2. That might work. It's still sticking out underneath this. This might have to be it. This might actually work. This might actually work. Ramp. Standard ramp, please. Standard ramp. Scroll up. Sorry, 50, I've had to change your screen because I think this would be better. Color screen, green, around the side, rust. Not metal shred, but whatever. Where's the rust? Where's the proper rust? Rusty, rusty. I always butcher your builds. That is true, mate. Who are you spanking now? Stream Elements. You got Stream Elements the other day, didn't you? You like to spank Stream Elements, you naughty boy. Rust, black. Boom, boom. Oh, that one remembered it. Or that one came with it. Or maybe, is that the default colour? Oh my god, the default colour's the thing I want. Is that right? Okay. Be like that game. And then we make the black screen. Now, the black screen is roughly right again. It is offset. I think, yeah, it's still offset inside there, which is correct. Underneath there, we haven't put, I had put, oh, underneath the screen, why did I put this bit? I don't know why I put that there, look. Oh, because there's a little section here. The little section there. And for some reason I made it massive. So let's do that a bit better. We're actually fixing a problem here. Let's go and get one of these corners and plonk those two there. And then let's get a tri-corner doobry what's-it, thingamy bobby jobby what's-it thing. And put that in here. Which is gonna, no, that's not correct. Is that even the block that I want? No. The block that I want is that weird that one there, the Q corner 3-way. Like so. Yeah. Like so. Then we get that dark grey in there, and then this extends. Yes. That's just better already. Okay. I'm going to do it. I hit save. Smashly! We are up to this. Hang on, let me just do this first, just so you can see it. We're making mouse maps, and we're making Jen's storage room. And in Jen's storage room, there's a workbench. Please note size of me, Smashly. This is how big I am. Whee! Jumping around. Here is my my little workbench. All my bits and bobs. I'm making a chest at the moment, and there's Wrecked, which Jen has trapped in here, I'm afraid. Holy moly, you are tiny. Yes. So you walk about going, hi, Wrecked. Yeah, what? Go on, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Yeah, look at me. All right. And yes, so we're recreating somewhat this little section here from Farm 01, Jericho Ranch. But yeah, we've decided to put Wrecked in there. And who has put Wrecked in there? Well, that is Jen. And just for you, very quickly, we will go to Jen. Because Jen is going to be placed here in her trader. She's having a go at the laptop. She's going to be standing here. And you can see that she's got all the bits and bobs here. And again, you can do everything from, you know, jump on every object, walk about, walk behind the walls, get inside the water cooler, get inside this box here. This is it, really. Even a safe. But yeah, once you go through this little private little hole here, do not enter. Once you go through this little hole here, yeah, you end up in Jen's storage room. And we're just telling the real story here, which is that Jen then keeps Wrecked in this room. through this little hole. There it is. So we're filling up this room, and all of these, 2 of these POIs, we've got 6 in total, and there's going to be 3 sets of 2, and they're just PvP maps. You kind of spawn. It's going to be like an overhaul mod kind of deal, where you decide to play PvP with your friends. You run the little mod. The mod's all, the mod's all server side. Bing, bang, boom. You can go run around and shoot each other. We've done it before. It's great. Well, if that's true, then she's locked her dad away. She's had enough of him. So she just locked him away and just said, "That's it, you lunatic." She's absolutely had enough of the dude. So I think that is going to do us. Flat bit. I still feel that's wrong. Because should this be? I'm not going to mess with it. Don't mess with it anymore. Does this have a corner like that? This does have a corner like that. That's okay. I just feel that I felt before this was sloped, and I felt that this should be sloped, but this is actually, this bit's sloped in and this bit is hard and fast. So it's going to be fine. We might have to do something here. Oops. In this corner, although I think it's just straight up over the top. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. I think I'm going to knock these out. These need to be further out. No, I don't know. Those match up with that. That comes along here. Oh, it's because of this bit. This bit could do with a... Oops, this bit could do with a corner. Some kind of like triangle-y kind of bit. We'll see. Okay, what did I just break? Oh, I just broke an important part. But there we go. That's what we do. We just sit here and chat and make maps and stuff. I'm looking for that block again, which I spent ages looking for because I'm stupid, and now I've lost it. I should lock him up. It'd be fine. She's had enough of him. She's just like, just shut up. Get in that room. Leave me alone. Let me get on with being a trader. Stop staring at my bit. You're my dad. Go away. And then that's it. He can just rot in there. Because no one likes him. He's a grumpy old git. Gosh, help me. Please help me. I looked at this before and I said, oh, it's just like that block. And then I went up. And then I clicked on the block. There we go. Boom. Boom. Right, hit save before you mess anything else up. So this part here next to the screen has some kind of vertical slantation in there that matches this bit of the below. So where we have this, which matches the bit below, because this has got to come out more. You're an idiot. That comes out like that. And I guess there's... Have I done something seriously wrong? God blimey. This has got to match that. Seriously. Have I know I changed stuff, but have I totally cocked it up? Oh, brain. So, firstly, if that's going to come up, that's got to match. That's got to match with this. So that's going to be this block here. So this block has got to be there. And then I've got a slopey in and it matches. Okay, that's correct. All right? Yeah. Let's grab that one. Let's kill these two. And let's put that up. So that's that. But what do we do on this side? On this side, it is... It's again beveled, but it wasn't beveled underneath. So is this a matter of just taking... Oh, it's beveled, but it's on top of this. So this is going to be out. This is going to be, again, this is going to be going to be that block. It's not going to matter. We're going to shift the whole damn thing anyway. But that's beveled but flat, even though that underneath has a little notch inside. That is correct. That's a lot better. So now I need my little triangle things, which are probably that one there. And I'm going to put these here and here. Here and here. And then I need to match that block. And I need to put that there and there. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. The screen goes under. I still feel like, does the screen go actually slightly under this? Or does this line up with it? That'll have to do. That'll have to do. It's a shame I can't hear. It's a shame I can't hear. Botch. Can I get a half plate, but it's got a side trim that's half the amount? I really doubt that. It's this, but I want a trim on the side bit. Is there one there? This here. This could probably trim half edge. Depends how the trim lays itself out. Quarter edge. Let's have a look at... Has this got some stupid bit on top? No. That might work. So if I was to paint that, and whatever the hell that bit is, but then I paint this, that, but then giving this an edge. Oh, this might be an upgrade, people. This might be an upgrade. This might be an upgrade. Breaking news. We've got an upgrade. Look at that. Oh, that looks pretty good. And then here, we're not... There is no ramp with the trim like that, is there? Ramp, trim... No, we got the edge. We're not going to get... But is there something else we could do? Could we put like a little... I don't know. That already looks better. He's laughing at me. Oh, no, what are you laughing at? I don't like him, but I can see myself becoming him. Hello, Grumpy. He'd be pretty mean when I'm cranky. It might not be my secret spirit anymore. Well, no, I don't think he's... I don't get mean like that. I wish I could get mean. I'm not very good at being mean. It's the teacher in me. I don't know. Ramp. I just want... Shame there isn't like a sheet at an angle that was offset you could place in it. You know? Here's all our trim dudes. I just can't believe there's not one with a trim at the bottom. Yeah, see? It's got the same smash. I just can't do mean. Call me bruh. I just can't do mean. I don't know why. I don't know. I think if you get me angry, then I could be mean. But like, I'm fairly chilled. I've got a lot of ramps here, but no lines at the bottom. Very annoying. Yeah, I would just love the only other thing. I don't know if it's going to look any good. I don't even know if it's worth doing. The only other way is to get a sheet, I don't know what's the difference between a quarter and a quarter trim sheet. But like, put that like there. Paint that up. Then from underneath, maybe you wouldn't notice it. And maybe when you're up here, I don't think you'd even notice it here, would you? I don't know if it's worth doing, but from afar, when you look at it, it might look good. Let's paint this up. Oh, are you going to do that thing where you won't let me... Oh. We're going to have to put a sheet on top of this. Are we going to be able to get a sheet on top of that? Yeah. No. No, because we've got the other sheet above. Okay. Stop thinking about it. Kill it. Oh, that is so annoying. Because I need to paint that a different colour. Is that to do with rotation of that block? Okay, so we're going to plonk that block there. We're going to do that. Blooming three-sided weird crazy object things. Paint that top bit. Paint that top bit. Paint that top bit. Paint that top bit. That's going to be the best one, but it's going to put grey on the top there. I don't think that's the same as the first one. Just do what I want, please. Please. If I get that lovely dark grey, whatever I was using underneath there, we're just going to have to do something like that. I think that is going to have to be the compromise. And then probably would end up painting that grey underneath anyway, just so it looks. That's going to paint underneath there. Okay, you're all going that colour. It's annoying, isn't it? It's annoying. But at least I've got a bit on top. I kind of like that. That kind of finishes off. It's never good enough. That's what it is. It's never good enough. And there will certainly not be something that goes out a little bit and then has all this business. And there's not going to be any block like that, is there? I know there's some weird roofing trim things, but there's going to be nothing. This game could not provide that. It would be insane. You know, all these weird bits around here where you have like this, where you put like a... Oh, but that's an insane piece anyway. But you know what I mean. I don't think there'd be a piece that would do the job for me with some weird double wedgy, extra double wedgy wedge with a wedge with the double wedge on top. Like that's no good anyway. Compromise. If that can do that, couldn't we get that one but longer, that one but longer, that one but longer? I just would like to frame it. I'm just thinking, if we framed it and then put that as a half a block, you can see why this takes forever for me to make these things. Because I just make myself go crazy doing it. This is going to be in the world of half, surely. It's going to be in the world of half. There's going to be half with a little front notch thing. Is it going to look something like that? Like that. Boom, 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 boom. Is that too small? I was just thinking if we could do something like that. Oh, hang on. Yeah, if we could do something like that, it kind of simulates that thing. Oh, I still don't like it. I want it to come out of here. So that would have to be an extra block. Okay, let's try that again. So if I go back to the L shape. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, ba-da, ba-dum. If I went back to the L shape, but I did it the other way round. And then on the front of this, I put a teensy lip at the same ramp angle. Oh! Use and a quarter triangle. I don't know if a quarter triangle would be too big, but like I'm looking for that little triangle business. Let's just write triangle. It's not triangle, it's called a ramp. It's a mini ramp thing. It's a mini ramp deal, I'm sure. Maybe not. Okay, get rid of all the words. Click this. It's going to be here somewhere. Like this plate wedge filler. No. That doesn't. No. That one. Ramp incline filler. But I need that offset the other way around, don't I? I need that, but up. But I need it shorter as well. Yeah, offset. Let's type in offset. This one here. Now that becomes quite big and chunky when it comes to... I don't know if we can get it with something beneath there. Was that a block? That's a whole block, so we can fix that. It's just putting that around it, I think, makes it look better. Even though that's bigger, it would be nice if instead of that one, I swear there was a smaller one. I swear there was a smaller triangle. But again, that could have been, the problem is it could have been one that I built myself for my mods. And I think, I have a feeling I did. What if we put trim? You know when I get these big trims? No. I know exactly the block. I think I made it for the diagonal doors. I think I made it for the diagonal doors mod. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did. Oh well, we're not going to use it. But what do you think? Do you think that's better? And then underneath here, we're going to paint, like, we're going to paint that the grey. Or we might, yeah, we're going to paint this the grey. Oh, straight away we've got the classic problem of these damn things wanting to be the same colour. But then this could all be the grey, like so. And then we just need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a full half Dubry Whatsit. This is a full half Dubry Whatsit. This one here, in this position here, and that in there. Paint that bad boy up. No, it isn't that, because I don't want it, I want it inset. That's just a pure half. Boom. It's not a pure half. Oh my god, it's an 8. It's a quarter. It's just keep messing with the blocks until something works. Welcome to the Brain Rot 7 Days to Die challenge. See, look at that. That's looking a load better. I still don't quite know what's going on here. Oh, yeah, I put stupid blocks here. Why does that look funny? Because that is meant to look like that. That's fine. Hit save. Stop stressing about it. Crack on with the rest of it. Okay. Let's do this. So we've now got that. We've now got this in set. This is all good. We've got this. We've got a flappy bit on here. We've got all of this business. I'm liking. We're going to probably have to kill all this bit at the side. But if this is, let's finish off an edge. Let's just finish off an edge. So this comes round. And then again, it's flat at the bottom. And then these have the same little doobry whatsits. So let's do this. There's my straight bit. And I'm going to go single block, single block. And then the offset block. So it's the same as the other one. So I want my standard cube. And I'm going to go, and then I cover that. And I cover that. I cover this. That's all of this is just going to go all the way across here then. Bam, bam. As I said, I'm getting rid of that plate because I'm actually putting a block all the way from here to here. We're putting that in. And then here, this is going to have, it's not going to have anything with any funky slopey stuff on it. It's just going to be this block straight. Copy, shape and rotation. We're going to have to use that there. We're going to have to use that there. Boom. Boom. Boom, boom. Yeah, we're going to rotate this into that position. Then we're going to take, we take that little chunky block, don't we? This chunky block here. And we're going to place this here and here. Here and here. And here and here. Get the old chunky in this scenario. Keep going. There and there. There and there. There and there. And then we've got a side done with that bit overhanging this, but it's not needed in the corners. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Fix everything. This is all flat. This is all flat. So we need to do the same on this side. We can probably now, could we not? That is a ramp, and that is a ramp. So, wish me luck. Wish me luck. I'm hoping that that is going to be one of these. I'm hoping. Right, what have we got? We've got a chunk there. We've got a chunk there with an overhang. Chunkity chunk, chunk, chunk. Chunkity chunk, chunk, chunk. Okay, good. Good. So we're now going to, I thought we did those. We obviously haven't. We're going to take some more plates here. We're going to fill this in. Okay. No, that's not needed. Are we filling in this with plates? I think we will be. Why is that not wanting me to go there? Okay. I think we're going to end up filling all of this in with plates, which we can do in a bit. What is that doing there? Go away. From here to here. Chunkity chunk. We'll have to do some work on the underside in a bit. So we've got this section here. This can't be copied and pasted. Well, it can be, but it is different from each side. So that one, oh, it can be. That's okay. That's going to go there. So notches, half Dewberry. Notches, half Dewberry. Is there a guy I could learn from? I learned everything from you, man. What would I do? I wouldn't be able to rotate bot blocks badly without level 50 showing me. You know what I mean? So, quite seriously, how are we doing? We still don't quite have this top bit, because what we've got to do is we've got to take another plate. Let's take another plate here. We've got to fill in this bit. That bit will need a little side dubrification on it, and so will that one. Well, we came out. Maybe we don't need that. Oh, because our sizes feel a bit weird. Should this be 1 over? That's only 1 block away. This should all be 1 over. I'm going to come from here. Oh my God, the wall getting in my way. I'm going to come from here, and I'm going to go to here. And I'm going to take this lot and move it across one. No, I'm going to undo that. Why did that not take those wedges? It did. It just didn't look like it did. Hit save. Get rid of these damn shadows. Yeah, most of mine's in the editor, I swear. Look at that. And then we don't need this one here, I don't think, because this has got to be insert further backwards. That flat area is going to be further backwards. So that means that can just be a normal one. And that can be a normal one. That one needs to be a Dewberry one. And so do those two. Okay. So take those two. Bring that down here. Bam. That's okay. Take that one. Bring that down there. Bam. So now we've got that edge along there, along there, along there. And then this one needs to be the same as that. Rotate it. Save. We've actually made it. We've kind of made it. We've kind of made it. So besides the decals, we also have to have, this is our only problem. 50. Okay. We can't slide the lid off. We can, we will. But we're meant to have hinges on there, aren't we? And it's meant to flip upwards. I am not doing that. I've just noticed there's a little notch down the side of here. I don't think I'm doing that either. Unless that is a block. No, it's not. We would need to find... We would need to do that. Instead of a half, we'd need to do 3/4, which we could do. No, it wouldn't be 3/4. It would be a notch on top of a half with a little... Do we put a base plate on there? But then that would go out. No, we're just not doing it. We're not doing that. Just shows you that I do. But we want to slide off the lid for the mouse map perspective. So we're going to, this should be lifting open, but so be it. So be it. Let's get the paintbrush out. And let's just start going mental on the paintbrush on all sides. See how much we can break. Yeah, that's going to be okay. We're going to just do that. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do... We're doing everything. Everything carefully. Trying not to totally trash it. It is possible that I will trash something at some point. We need to fix all these edges here. There's a lot to do down here. Oh, that was a bad move. I think I just painted everything in here. They will need a little bit of extra because on other planes I painted these a different colour just to get an accent on it and a bit of shadowing. Also, let's make sure we are game time is going to be 01, 07, 00. The game will always be played at 7 o'clock in the morning because I prefer the colours. Unless you decide to change the game time. Game time is paused when you play these maps. Okay. Stuff to do down the bottom, that's okay. Let's just get the main tranche, is that the right word? The main lock job done. And then we're going to, instead of hinging this, we're going to shift. We've moved this out so we can shift the whole damn thing by 3, which is going to make an opening in the lid. So we save that and we give it a go. Sliding down whilst trying to snipe or even knife stab would be epic if executed correctly. My body will probably just slide down after getting a headshot. Well, the thing is one of the mods I wrote is you wear these special boots. It helps your stamina, all that kind of stuff. And also, you cannot break your legs in this game. So you can do some funky jump, slide, super duper killer moves, I hope. 1, 2. So from here, all the way to here, making sure that we raise up 1, we raise up 1 for luck. 1, 2, 3. We'll take 1 out for luck as well. And then we are going to copy this, delete it, paste it, go 1, 2, 3, paste it, and now we've got this deal. I think the screen would stay in position. Then that wouldn't... How would we address this? Would that part of the... Anyway, it looks good for the fact that when we're over here, it looks like the deal. I think the screen would stay here. If the screen stays here, those blocks don't need to be the same. Delete, no, wrong button. So this edging will have to change. Control, clear, paste, undo. Wrong button. Control, clear, paste, G, shift here, bam. I think the locking mechanism would do something like this, and we can like maybe build some kind of funky locking mechanism or something to kind of look cool. Now we actually don't need this edge now. We almost need the edge to sit on here, don't we? Because that's the bit that's going to lock in there. So we're going to paint that back up. We might as well get some of this painting that, oh, undo. Get some of this painting done. Okay. And then if we put, like, we can make a locking mechanism, basically. We could put an edge on there. So no broken legs now, no. Falling off the ropes might be a little bit better than a player now. But horribly at range. Only kill zombies. Only have done PvP in the mouse maps during those testing sessions. Yes, but you wait now. No broken legs, so you don't need to bring... Your stamina's reduced, so there's less stamina issue. And your jump height is now 3. Although I feel like my jump height is not working at the moment. I should be able to... Why is my jump mod not working? I don't know. My jump mod should work. It should work in this as well. I'm going to have to check that in a minute. But yeah, you can jump 3, or you could before. I don't know why it stopped working. So I'm thinking here, we're going to turn this into some kind of, I don't know, something where it's going to look like there's some kind of lock on here or something, you know. Undo. That one there. That one there. Some kind of like we're going to invent a lock. So this bit disassociates from this bit when it comes out. So we could have like 3 pins coming out, you know, like a safe pins coming out. So if we were to go 1, 2, maybe 3, we might do 2. Just actually, that's a half block. No, it's not. Okay. If we went and got like the old classic circle hole job, that one, bam, bam, and then on here we got a standard pipe pillar, and that looks something like that. That would mate with that. We could always as well, boom, boom, stick a couple more on there, deepen our hole. This is Jen's chest, so we should deepen our hole. I should also maybe rotate these the correct way around. That is the correct way around. Oh, because these ones are not full. We want that one. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. We've got some mating holes. That looks like that fits into there. Is that good enough? Is that too much? They look quite big. Is there a way of getting some smaller hole action? Because what I'm thinking is we could then take some kind of plate. Something along the lines of, like, it could even be like some kind of plate. It's a pole plate. I want a plate, not an offset. Where's that there? I hate the way they do that. And then place this here. Nope, that's going to be no good. Well, it could be, because that could be the bit that fits against there, it could look like. This is just an idea. And then that could go on there. We could even fill this all in if we wanted to. So it looks like that part goes on there. I think that would be better if these were at an angle. I don't know. We'll think about that. I'm just thinking of, is there a smaller hole? What's it called? Hole? Yeah. Oh, a countersink hole. Oh, yeah, baby. Okay. So we'll... Oh, for God's sake. What we might do is we might put countersink hole in there. And then make these. I'm feeling like I feel like they're too wide. I'm feeling emasculated. I'm going to get something better. That might be a pipe. That pipe seems to fit in the hole, doesn't it? I think that looks better because then there's like an edging here, which looks good. Yeah, and that looks like it kind of goes in there. It's a shame we can't do a third one in the middle. Like if there was one of these but half, but I don't think we are. There's nothing that is going to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint this on the outside here and on the outside here. We're then going to paint this, I don't know, like a light grey. Undo. something on the inside. Can you paint the inside of this thing? You can. You have to paint it from underneath. Okay. That's fine. And then these are going to be some kind of shiny shaft. You know, and we got some kind of locking mechanism. Now, it would be nice. Can we get a mini ramp bit to go on there? I know it won't quite work with the old. Is it going to be? There it is. It will kind of counteract with that. And I don't know if there's going to be a section in here that's going to have the, you know what I'm like, I'm going to actually try and do the offset here. So it looks like it fits in properly. We might have to do something funky around here, I have no idea. Is there such a block where there's this one, save, before I beast it? Is there one like that, but it's got that chunk taken out of it? Has it got this triangle part taken out of it here? That's just simply going to be a half bit, isn't it? It's going to be a quarter. So if I get a quarter in there, like so, but then that is going to look silly. It's going to have to do. So this part is going to be rusty because that's what that bit goes into. This bit's going to be black. This bit is also going to have to join it, like so. And now we've got some kind of mechanism. I can't paint the edge of that. I can't. What? Why is that overriding this? Oh yeah. Okay, if you're going to be a pain, do I have to find a trim block there? Details. There is a square block with a very fine trim, isn't there? I don't mean that one. I mean one with a fine trim. Fill the black screen with ramps. Fill the black screen with ramps. What? That? What? What do you mean, mate? Was that a long time ago and I totally missed it? Thought we did that ages ago. This bit here, yeah, around the back. Oh, back. Yeah, I was going to fix that in a bit. What I was just trying to do is I was just trying to find 2 square bits with this kind of trim. There is definitely square bits with a similar trim. And I put trim in, and I'm looking for that little square block with a very fine trim on it. 100% is here. But I have a feeling it's like some weird block, like a countertop, or like this one here. That's its square. I just want a single-sided trim, like this one. There is one. There is one. It's got a special name, cube trim. Well, what if we put cube trim in? Cube trim. Does that bring it down at all? So we've got all the cubes with a trim here. And you need a trim on one side. It's that, but thin. There is a block that does this. That's so near. Cube trim quarter square. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's just a circle. I was thinking that could be good. There is. But it's like, what if it was like, oh my god. It was like a countertop with a countertop. Nice. Oops. So that just finishes off that trim. Oh my golly gosh. Nice. Okay. So let's get those ramps in. Just for 50. We're getting the ramp in, mate. Rampage time. One's 2, 3. Rando ramp been placed. We'll find that later. No idea. This bit, it feels a little bit weird here. I'm kind of... I know I've just spent a lot of time getting this trim, but I'm almost tempted to put a block, because this is very floaty. What if I was to half block in there, and then take a half block out of this? If I go half, like so, I put a half block there, and then I put a half block there and there. That's going to go in, and then it looks like it locks, doesn't it? It looks like one thing mates with the other. Oh, I like that. Is there any other way of making it a bit funkier? I mean, over the top funky. Is there a way of like doing some kind of thing where one's slightly angled and the other one, do you know what I mean? Like, what if I was to put like that and that in there, and then on this side I put something like that and that. Oh, look at that bad boy. Because then, instead of just being a random flat surface, you can stand here and feel that that part goes into here. You get the right vibe. All about the vibe, baby. All about the vibe. Yeah? All about the vibe. So, if I rust that up, and I rust this up, and I rust that up, we can deal with the underneath later. In fact, I could probably have that as rusty bits. I don't know, that just feels like stuff happening. It feels like it's all attached now. What do we think? Does it look like we got some kind of mechanism? We've opened the door. I think I'd probably make that bit black. And that bit closes onto there. I think we've made some kind of... I think we made it. I think we made something anyway. It's got the same vibes. This is awesome. So it's even, like, a player could come out here, fall down. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that's half bad. Something's going on. It looks cool. From down here, it just looks like the chest. But when you get up there, stuff's going on. That kind of looks technical and stuff. That kind of looks like, oh, that's cool. I'm going to fall down there. And because we're only going to break the bottom of it, we're going to make some kind of like weird chiselly marks or whatever. Let's, in fact, take that. Let's just fix that. What's it look like in here? Paint surface. Okay. Although this is not going to be this color, is it? This is going to be that color. And if I do that, does it change everything outside? No, it doesn't. This is going to be the inside of the box because we haven't obviously made the base. Or we could just put a base to the box, you know what I mean? Like, I could always just do a full-on base. Or even, yeah, we want a full-on base. We either leave it like that. I suppose that gives it symmetry. We'll leave it like this. And I don't want to put a half down here because I want to be able to place things. Now, fill it with water. Why not? We could. Right, I think that's all right there. That's all right. Now, it's not quite the lift the lid job, but it'll do the job. Paint that up. I know that looks awful right now, but welcome to the shadows of 7 Days to Die. Bam, there it is. Here's our little deal. Not, can't really do much here, because what's that again? Was that a plate? That's just, oh, that was a funky pole plate. Yeah, we're not going to be able to, I wanted to put some half stuff on there, but I can't. Holy moly. That's all right, isn't it? JK? What's that? Oh, joke. Fill it with water. Why not? I'll fill it with water. Be emergency water. No, what we need to go in here is we need to paint this up, and then my idea was, what would you find in one of these chests? Is it possible to make some kind of funky gun? Now, also, the issue is do you just keep it the one colour? Let's, in fact, just go round in circles, and then we might... Oops. Because this is the problem. Look at that for coloration. That now looks absolutely awful. So what I had done out here is I'd taken a different colour like this, and we could line these. I'll paint them even if we don't like it, just so we can see it. You can always fill and sort it out a lot easier. Oops. Undo. You know, just to give us some kind of depth and idea of what's going on. Although it's the internals, there isn't I can call it done. He's like, just shut up and stop making this damn thing. Look, dude, I'm like, I'm enjoying myself. All right, all right. I'm not sure if I like this, but I don't have to like do something crazy in here. Like, we could, not crazy, but like, if this is meant to be some kind of funky military chest, surely this could be like, you know, those tread plates. It could be that colour. I don't know. Kind of looks like stuff's happening. It gives some nice... Why is my jump not working? Why is my jump not working? Exit. Save. I'm going to go and check the jump. I don't trust it. Why did the mod not work? It did before. Mods. Mouse mat boots. They're there. It's on. I did open it to talk about it before. That hasn't done anything. It's not open anymore. Why did that not work? Because the fog's off. The time stopped. The structural airs worked. Hello, Black Cell Agent. Hi. Don't worry. That's all right, mate. You leave, lurk, whatever you can do. Lovely to see you. Cheers, man. I love it when people drop in. Let's run this and see, like, if the mod loads up. I'll catch you next time, matey. Why is my jump mod not working? That's all just the standard audio stuff. Okay. Go away, Discord. What's this? Okay, you can't find that. I know, you got rid of that block for me. Don't worry. That's all just saying we can't find something. We can't find something. But it does the job, me not having it there. Yeah, all it is, well, the standard red, this one here, is... Oh, this is... I'll show you. This is me messing with stuff. Now we get a whole new load of red or yellows because of that. I've got a little mod on here just to stop all these buttons making noise, but I kind of globally just changed everything, and some of it doesn't like. That's not a problem. Open my logs folder. Date 1:31. That's this one now. So we'll have a look at this. And I want to go boots. Trying to loaded. No errors. Okay. So let's go back into the editing tools. Haven't heard that term. Ketchup D's nuts. Ketchup and mustard. Thank you, D's nuts. Are we here to troll? Are you going to release that boot mod or that for personal use? Well, yes, it will come out with this. But I would like the mod to work because it worked the other day. Let's go into playtests. No, it was working in the thing. This is really disturbing. Why is that not working? Is the other one... It was absolutely working. That's weirding me out now. I want to fix that. This is the only way to really test the game. I think what I'm going to do to start with, in case it's causing an error, I'm going to get rid of the one that's causing loads and loads of noise on the logs. We'll get rid of that to start with. And then what we'll do, mods, I'm going to take that one out. I don't need that one either. Chuck those in there. Mods. Fog off. Mouse map boots. Mouse map traders. Stop time. Structural error. DNV silent. They're all on there. I haven't done anything. The mods are correctly laid out. Okay. Let's try it again. Yeah, everything's going to be released. It's just, I literally wrote this a couple of days ago just so I could test this out properly. We're trying to finalize these maps now. It's going to still take a bit of time. But when it goes out, I'll release the kind of overhaul gaming side of things. And I'll release all these different food business. Oh my God, these nuts. Oh my God, these nuts. Oh my God. It's because I've started the game again, haven't I? And I haven't put the bloody boots on. Oh God. Oh my God. It's late, okay. Son, shall we? Not say anything. Well, that's not helping. These nuts helped. I'm just thinking, is I'm going to call you DN now, just in case you're one of my students who just wants me to say DN. And then like capture it and use the video. Then I've got to go through all the hassle at work about trying to get a video removed. Right. Shall we take said boots and we'll call the mouse. What did I call them? Oh yeah, let's go into admin mode. There might be admin. Mouse. No. Boots. Admin boots. Rocket boots. Stamina boots. Now I'm worried where my boots are. My boots are not on my body. Where's my boots? Definitely. Oh, we've got to fix this. Okay, what did I call them? Oh, mods. Mouse map boots. Config XML. Mouse map boots. That's what I called them. I don't understand why they're not there. Mouse map boots. Boots. Admin boots. Rocket boots. Stamina boots. Seriously? Why is the boots not working? Okay, that's right, mate. Oh, you did? That's nice. Hope you're interested and enjoying them. Well, they look just like that. That's what they look like. I didn't change the colour or anything yet. I just used that. I'm just very annoyed why this is not working now. Okay. So let's keep going up. Anything? Some yellows. Yellow. Nothing to do with it. Audio, that's all Discord. That's all the Discord errors. Blah, blah, blah. Loading file. Do. I think it's too far up the thing. I don't understand why I can't find my boots. They are... Have I changed something? Extends armor biker boots. Is cosmetic. Creative mode. Why? I'm going to change that to creative mode player. I'm going to change that tag. I don't know. I love it. Gotta love mods. Sometimes they work and then sometimes they just go and tell you to go away. Like I haven't done anything to this at all. I'm going to change one value on it to see if I can make it become happier. See you later, Smash. Night. All good, all good. So again, before loads and loads of stuff comes up here, all the crappy audio, loaded mouse map boots, loaded mod, not a problem. So it has loaded that. I'm going to go onto here. We're going to hopefully see it. Custom icon, biker boots with a tint, with the computer icon in the top corner. It's just all correct. but I've changed property mode from creative. It was set to none for some reason. Mouse. Oh, this is. There they are. Okay. I don't know how one line changed to put it away. Right, but we've got them. So now we can actually get on with the damn thing. Let me go into here. Let me shove these boots. Still got the lady from doing that video. So now, oh, you stupid thing. So now basically the idea is that we have this bigger jump. So where before there was no way of jumping up here, but now we can do this. And we won't break our legs. Whoa, and our stamina's better. And we can do big jumps like this and go from one section to another. Oops. Into drawers and stuff like that. That's good. No idea why that did that. Set time 01:07:00. Right, so we've done well here. So we're going to work out ways to get into this damn thing. But once you're in, I suppose this looks all right. I'm thinking a bit more industrial on the inside. I'm thinking something akin to rebar, or we could use this metal riveted. No, that looks too. I don't know. Like that'd be good if we were making like a, I don't know, a medieval thing. Such a it looks awful. It actually looks awful. I'm thinking this metal tread plate, and I'm thinking this kind of thing inside. So it's still the brown, but it kind of does the job of, I don't know. Just feels to me like it's got some kind of pattern to it. It might do the job. We could even do the inside of that. Would that be too much? I don't know. We can try something there. That could be a different. Like the inside could be grey or something. You know? No. We'll stick with the theme. I don't know. It's so difficult. It's so difficult with these crappy paint deals we've got. It really is. But at least this gives a bit of texture, something. Do you know what I mean? Vishal, hi. Are you making a platformer? This here, Vishal, if you could just let me paint this, if you don't mind hanging around just for a second, and watch some paint dry with me. What I'll do is I'll show you what we're doing. So, I know it's a bit of a fad right now because Grounded 2 has come out, but for like over a year now, I've been slowly creating, and we've played it, a PvP game within 7 Days to Die, where you're the size of a mouse. An ode to the old. Depends how old you are to know this, but back in the day when Counter-Strike was a downloadable mod for Half-Life. Back in those days, basically people used to make mouse maps, and they were little maps where you were the size of a mouse, and kind of ran around and did lots of player versus enemy stuff. So what we've done is we've created. We're creating 6. 5 have been made, and one more to do after this. And the 2 POIs stick together, and you play a PvP match inside. This is a room where there is a jail, and this lovely jail is where is housed Trader Rect, and Trader Rect is rather large. So Trader Rect sits in here. There's a workbench, there's bits and bobs. This is straight out of Farm 01, or very similar to Farm 01, which was this little section here. And this is where Trader Rect has to sit because Jen keeps him through this door here. This is her private door. And in there, if we go into Jen's medical trader room, then this is Jen's medical trader room. And again, everything here, you can run around, you can walk inside the cooler, you can go inside the till, you can go inside here, there's hidden crates inside here. There's paths to absolutely everything. But as you can see, you're only the size of a mouse, and the map is made in a certain size, so you can basically shoot across the room. if you are old enough to see that, there we go, 50, there you go. So, yes, roughly the same age as me. So, that's this one. So if you can see this, so the mouse maps like we used to have in Counter-Strike, all those down, CS_mouse, or whatever they were called, I do believe, if I remember. So that's where that room is. So you can walk through into this one. And with all the POIs that I make with these, you also can clamber around inside the walls. There's vents and stuff that are made in them and everything. You know, like, so you can go onto the windowsill and you can go behind here. There's lots more to do in there. But basically that's the deal. And it all started a long time ago. I'm going to do this tour now and again for everyone. It all started with the kitchen. So we've played this as a PvP map. Really good fun. This is paired through this door with the lounge, or the sitting room, as you may call it, in your part of the world. And the sitting room is here with TV and fire and all this lot. Kind of feel like I need to put a little extra bit of trim around the top, some more pictures on the wall, but this is basically done. And then there will be, we need to make a bedroom, and that's going to connect to the bathroom. And the bathroom looks like this. And the bathroom is another PvP map. Again, you can run around, walk around a medical pile. And this is why I wanted the little mod, the jumpy mod, because we can jump down, not break our legs, and we can importantly take 3 blocks and jump up here. So, and this is what looks like it's 7 o'clock in the morning with the light coming through here. It absolutely looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, I like it. Direct and Jen give your position away. Yes, they do. That's the important thing. So if we were to, like, I don't know, if we were to, who's the dirtiest of them all? Of course, that is Bob. So if we put Bob in the bath, because Bob was basically just such a mucky bugger, he will follow me. So there's going to be an aspect to the game. We've never played them with the large traders before. The aspect to the game is going to be that if you are near the trader, for example, and no one else is in the map, like he's now looking at me, giving away my position. But then if I was a long way away, obviously I might utilize him if I'm over here. He's not necessarily going to look at me, I think, when I'm this far away. Oh, no, he is. So you could kind of like, if I don't move, he looks forward, then he looks back at me. So it's kind of like going to be something interesting. Now, yeah, we could have Bob in the bathroom, as in Jen could be, you know, having a friend over. Are you Jen's friend? You have similar skanky teeth like her, and probably very weird eyeballs like her. Yep, lovely balls. You can go in the cupboards, you can go in the drawers, you can do everything. This is the whole point of the map. But yeah, that's what we've got to. And then the idea is that you spawn, pick your class, get your weapons, get your boots, put your stuff on, jump inside, bam, you're away. We do need to test this. Yes, we do need to test this, but I've got just a little bit more. Now, I've got a few days without kids in the house where I can get some of this done, but I've also got to get all of my updated Mega City maps done, because I've been working all day on that. Excuse me whilst I hiccup. The Mega City maps are doing that, are kind of ready to be generated. They take a long time to be generated. What's going on here? Did I accidentally spurt all over the wall? I did. Okay, that's all right. All fixed. Except I don't want to... Oh, my gall blimey. Oh, my gall blimey. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. No, let's not fix that. Let's fix this. No. I know I could do this in a quicker way, but I think it's just going to be easier to do this. Come on, concentrate. Don't talk to anyone. Hopefully they don't post anything in chat, because then 50 will say read the chat. Focus. Things on a line. Old eyes. Fixed. Right, good. We do need to test it. We're going to test it.
Read the chat.
There you go. No one actually said anything, of course. Right. So there we are. this is where we're at so far. I designed pipes. We've got pipes. The impossible corner has been created. It's a bit of a botched job, but it's been created. So yeah, now it's like, what else do we put in here? We've kind of made this, you know, this is here. I would love to make something a bit more of these pipes, but I don't know if it's just too difficult to do. But we definitely have this. I like this. I've got to do all the decals and stuff. Like, that's kind of like morning coffee time decals. Oh, when I painted that, it painted the other outside of these. I don't know if that works. I'll have to be careful with that. That could work. That could work. Obviously, we need a route through here. I'm quite impressed with that little locking system. I think that's pretty cool. But here we have it. So here's a little space, and we're going to have to work out ways of like having broken bits in here so we can, you know, some kind of smashed corner or something. But I think we've done all right there. We've done all right there. I've got loads of these edges to fix. This is very annoying, but we'll do that in a bit. I think we're going to call that pretty much done. I think what I might do is I might clear this bit out now. That will need to go to there. Oops, a daisy. Oh, just don't be my friend. There, to there, to there, to there. All right, that's good. Boom. Okay, looking good, looking good. Yeah, I think it looks somewhat akin to it. It's never going to be perfect, but I think that's all right. I think that's okay. So the question is can I do anything funky, like some kind of support to go on these pipes? So these pipes have, let's have a quick look at them again. They've got some kind of like bracket that goes around here. I don't think we'll get that. They've got these kind of extra large plate deals, and they've even got a burst bit, which I don't think we can do. So the question is can we make anything interesting that wraps around here? This definitely needs to be supported in some way. It needs some kind of bracket. So what we've got to look for is there anything that can kind of simulate a bracket around this or something or other? I don't know. So I'm thinking like a plate, and I'm thinking there's a pole plate. So, oh, go advanced. Boom. Boom. Some kind of pole plate. Like so. Okay, so that's a start. The problem is we're not going to get anything that curves around here because it would have to be extra to this bit. Unless there is a block that is larger in width. Now, there is this kind of weird thing that makes it look larger, but it doesn't. And that's a plate on top. So there's the possibility of a different curvy edge deal. I don't think a full pillar is going to do it justice. What about, no. I don't think, no, that's not big enough. It's kind of like a square with a curvy bit on the edge. And I doubt we've got, might do, we might do. There might be something. No, it won't have to be square, will it? It might, oh, I don't know. We're looking something with a curvy edge. Why do, oh, I'm on the wrong button, that's why. Something interesting. Like this cube corner round. If that was in there, and there was a plate on top, or a slope, like those clock pieces. Have you not seen the clock pieces before at the bottom? Do you want to see them? The clock. So these clock pieces are used probably in the clock tower or something like that. Unfortunately, it's not big enough. I had to make a proper size clock because we're doing everything 1 to 20. But the clock... No, we need something with a bit of a chunk coming out. This is the problem. What am I looking for? I want my plate, my pole plate again. But I wasn't thinking that. I want to make it smooth down. So I need something like a wedge. Is there a pole triangular wedge section that slopes off? Basically, I'm trying to find something that's going to go from here and it's going to slope down in that. So that's going to be half a slope. And it might have to be, if there is one, it might have to be a plate. So I'm thinking, is there some kind of half wedge, kind of really thin like this, a narrow wedge, but a narrow wedge that's only 50% width, like a half, like a plate wedge filler. That's not enough. That's very small. I know this is not the right piece. I'm just seeing if it... No, it's not going to rotate in the right way, is it? No, that rotates upwards. Let's go down. I just need a triangular bit. Flat triangular bit. Some little slope. What? Slope? What's wrong with a slope? Like this. But smaller and wider. It's going to have to be some kind of wedge. There's going to have to be. Is there a half wedge? Half wedge. There is. But if I go back to pole. There's a pole tip, left and right. Again, it's not half. What was that? No. I don't know if this is the right way to try and construct it. Okay, let's just go like this and have a look. What's that thing? A gazebo roof. What? Gazebo roof. Gazebo roof. The gazebo roof does that. If I change that to just a standard plate. A standard plate. Come on, give me a standard plate. So a standard plate, but one of these. But the gazebo roof is bigger than a standard plate. For God's sake, seriously? So a gazebo roof is going to be nearest matched to a pole plate corner as we had it. That might do the job, but no, it just doesn't come out enough, does it? Do you see what I'm trying to make anyway? I'm trying to make that, and then I'm trying to take something like this and put that there, and then do the same on the other side and make something that looks like a bracket. A wedge 60 could do it. But the wedge 60 is full length. And I kind of wanted one that was half length. Where's the... Well, how about a wedge narrow? Wedge narrow. This one here. That's longer, but it would be too long. It's like, it's as if this bit, I want this bit to come out. Let's have a think about this. Okay, let's firstly not be an idiot about this, because I always do this. Let's put these pieces on here, and at least we've got them. Do what I mean? I want it that thick, and I want it to be that thick and come round here. So in order to do that, I might also have to put something in. No. In that position there as well. So if that was a full block, can we curve this out? If we made this a full block, I don't know, we're grabbing at straws to what would look good, but that was a full block. It looks beefy. But then could it... Could it be some kind of bracket? Once this is filled, it might look okay. I think that almost looks like a bracket. I think that's the best what we're going to do. In fact, that kind of looks like a proper bracket. Quite like that. It's a bit annoying that this is not the right size. But I could put a thing there, and that would be blocked. There is no other way of doing it. It's just a feature. It's a feature. It does work. So, boom. What colour is that? It's like a light silvery metal. So let's get something that's a nice, reasonable grey. Metal corrugated. Concrete. Metal wrought iron. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's paint all sides. Paint all sides. I dare you. There we go. All right, so we've got something there. If we're not going to get a circle on here, but if we got a pole plate on there, and it would have to be a full one, because we want to put a circle in the middle of it. So it might look a bit bigger, but it's going to do the job of looking like there's a bracket. I wish I could do it in half. But I'm thinking if we got one of these and placed them... Oh, we can't do that anyway, because it would have to be a plate with a circle on it, wouldn't it? I don't think there's any plates or anything with a circle built in. No. Hole. Yeah, I think we're going to have to live without that. I might go for, on a pole plate, I might go for a half a pole plate like this, and I might put half a pole plate there. Like so. I think that might look better. What do you think? I don't think you really see the contrast on there. Floating. No, I would like to get people to run up here, you see, and walk along it and kind of go, oh, look, there's the bracket. You know what I mean? I'd like to do that. I like that colour, but I'm thinking, is there anything else we could use to, like, to emphasise it from back here? Do you know what I mean? Like a rusty... When you're up here, it's okay. It's got, like, it looks like some kind of strapping or something. I don't know. I never normally use that paint job. Shouldn't be, but when you're down here, it just blends into brown. I don't know. It's a difficulty, but save. I think that bracket's good enough. I think that bracket is good enough. Like, for example, I could take that. I could do that. You know, it looks like it's got kind of structure now. And then it would be nice to like have some kind of something to show that going through the wall. I don't know if that's possible. Let's save. Right. Because this would always be somewhere where I have an entrance anyway. But is there like a block that has some kind of larger circle paint job? Or some kind of crazy ass trim like this? Okay, how's that going to look? Or is that the right size? Let's have a look. See, that's not going to give us anything. Yeah, I think it would have to be large. It'd have to be like a trim that goes on these blocks here. Yeah, it'd have to be some kind of like larger trim circle, which I don't think they've got anything of. They've got nothing like that. There's no like special super duper humongous put them all together trim. That's a bit of a shame. Okay. But not a worry, because we have this and then we have the pipe extending. Oops. Like from here to here. Boom, 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 boom. This here is going to nip itself into here. Doink, doink, like so. So we've got some kind of like deals here. It goes through the wall. And then we can have somewhere people can grab in here. I like that. It's a bit of a trip hazard. So if you're running down here, you kind of get stopped a bit. That's cool. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. So we can put some more of these up here, but we're going to have to transpose those. And then it's possible we could put another junction this time along here, or something that kind of allows us to take this. Like somehow people could jump on here. They could be piping all the way around or something. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about it. I might do a different type of piping because I want that one to mirror what's in the in this POI over here. Like so. Now, are we going to be able to get anything that looks like there's some kind of outer circle on here? Again, I don't think so. I want to hit save. But that would be no, because this is already way offset the wall. In fact, that one here is this one. That one is quite a way off the wall because of those large parts. Your thoughts on make some parts hollow to across the walls? Yep, a hollow wall. And when they join together, this is the door compared to Jen's. So this wall and that wall, these two walls like join to each other. So this will have a gap in it, and you'll be able to pass from one wall to the other. So it won't just be the door that you have to that you have to go through. It's not just this hole. There's going to be this hole I made just to align the doors. There's going to be a hole down the bottom because there's always a hole down the bottom. There's going to be several holes. There's going to be a ventilation system. So we haven't put a vent in here yet. And in fact, I was going to look at that because if I go save and then I go to gens, when I go to gens, in gens, the vent, see, there's the door and there's the vent. Now the vent is this little guy here, which allows you, if you're up here, to go and run over here. We decided, even though it looked a bit silly with the rope, people want to come up here, you know what I mean? You want to come up here and be a bit brave and see what you can do. Shoot down or hide or something like that. That kind of thing. But this vent is then going to lead to another vent on the other door. Do you see what I mean? Oh, do you mean in the pipe? We thought of that as well. I'll show you that one. I don't, storage. So there's going to be different ways of getting from one room to another, as I just said. But this pipe, initially we were like, oh, we could do this. But this pipe, I was trying to model the one in here. And in order to get the scale right, this one needed to be that size. And that is 2x2. So no, there was no way you could get through. But you're not wrong, because why can't we have some kind of ducting? Now, what I thought might be nice in this POI, this was something I thought of the other day, was what if, and I'm trying to find the right wall for this, what if cut into this roof was, oh, hello. Oh, yeah, I'm going to replace that block. What if there was a, here, what if there was a hole in the roof with a ladder going up there to a hatch so you could see the sky and it would let some light in this room? It would be better if it's in this wall because it would let light through, but hey ho. But then this would be the right place for us to get into the middle of the roof on this compound. And by doing that, we could also, not that we're going to let players up on top. We're not going to let players up on top. They're not going to make it all the way up. But there could be some other pipes that they could jump across or they could get so high on it. And also ducting. Now, we did look, if we just go to here, if we get some of this bad boy, what we're looking for is this on its side. Surely they've got some of that set up already. Are you telling me they haven't put any of these vertical? It must be in a tunnel. 7-meter tunnel. Okay. So if we take some of this bad boy, boom. What is that block there? Oh, they've done that. I don't need that bit. If we took some of this tunnel, like so, and we go back to said storage thing, because it's the storage thing, why don't we have like some kind of funky ducting or something, you know what I mean? Something that goes along here that you could then walk through. Some kind of large ducting like this, then there would be a tunnel to go through. Do you know what I mean? I don't know where it would go. It could possibly go up here or something. We could see if we could. Well, we don't want it to go up. No, we have it going up, but the player can't reach it. So we extend this and just see what it looks like. A little bit more. like so. So it fits behind this thing here. Paint-wise, we've got, there is ducting. I don't know what it's going to look like at this scale. It's not going to look too bad. And of course, we've also got the orientation issue, because like the ducting looks like that there. But if I have the ducting this way in a east-west configuration, then when I paint it, oh, that always does it in that line. Okay, that's good. That's good to know, because sometimes your lines go in different ways. So, for example, if I was to use, which is interesting, why is it doing that? That must be the blocks are doing that. Because if you use this on so you look at that, it preferences that way on this block. Maybe that could fix my book problem. Maybe because I'm using these blocks, that's not a good idea. Sorry, there is a... See, that's all going in that direction. You can't... What I can't do is I can't take this. If I go that, rotate, click, rotate, click, rotate, click. When I paint it, they're always going to be in this direction. You can always going to be east-west. They're never going to be north-south. And I use this for the pages of a book, and it becomes impossible. But these have changed, so maybe a different block might be able to need to rotate something. Okay, that's kind of cool. Anyway, with this, we would have a pipe, and we could break the pipe. There could be a hole in the pipe or whatever. So that's one option. I like the idea of a hatch in the ceiling, but I need to find a POI with a hatch in a ceiling. All right, let's at least find one of them before we finish tonight. Oh my God, I'm never going to be able to find one of these, am I? Random house. Any hatches at the top? Nope. There are some that go into the roof, isn't there? This one has got stairs. That one's got stairs. Not a house modern. Let's go. Some of the bungalows are certainly not bungalows. Yeah, bungalow with stairs. What? This is the biggest bungalow I've ever seen. Or the most... I don't know, what's the definition of a bungalow in America? Bungalow here means one story. Huh? Oh, with a basement as well. This is a house. This ain't a bloody... That's not a bungalow. What's a That's not a bungalow. Dijon, the fast food one. Or the fast food one. Yeah. Big tower. No. Skyscraper. AA skyscraper might have one. Remnant skyscraper. Skyscraper 01. Where the hell in here is there going to be one of those? Boom. I'm trying to remember. I've done this POI so many times. The one with the indoor farms. What's the one? A different tower and a different skyscraper. Oh, you mean that one there? One with the gardens at the top. Yeah, we just need to find... I know there's a house with it. Several houses with it. I could just make one myself. I just want to... I like to see it in context, you know? I don't know where we'd be looking. No. I'm going to have to try it. House. House, modern house, old Gambriel. House, old Gambriel. Yeah, when you do this one, when you do Bob's Paws, I'm sure there's one in here somewhere. Out of the PY, you come round here. No, maybe not. No, it's some of those small houses. Some of those small knackered houses. There we go. Okay. So if we take that, and then we take that, let's just take this bit of the house. It's not like we don't have room for it. It's not like we don't have room for it. Brain storage. Right. If we were to go here, and we did this, and we go that, and then we go V. Right. So what I'm thinking, because this has got to be relatively easy, this. Come up here, and we could rotate this, or we could have it locked even, and it lets light. No, I like the idea of opening it, but we don't want it that way. We want people down there to see that. So we want a hatch, a wood hatch. We're going to take this one out, and we're going to do that. We're going to get an axe though, and we're going to take it down. Should get myself a better axe to that. And that means that when you're down here and we're a small little person, we're going to look up and see that hatch there. Right, save. And then, okay, so we're going to take a 20 by 20 and we're going to make a hole. The only difference is we have to give the impression. Do we do it so I give the impression that there's a unit on top? I'll show you what I mean. I think I do need to do this. Firstly, what size is this? Bam to the bam. That is 18. So we've already got a little bit of a problem that we are faking this somewhat. But that's fine. So we might make this 18 by 18. 18 by 16. I still want to keep that square. Okay, I still want to keep that square. Because if people aren't going to get up that high, that's fine, that's fine. We've got a bit of light coming in. Now the question is do we just put the hatch straight here? I think we do that, and then people will see more, rather than pretend there's another block on top. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to look at this, and again, we're going to break this down. I should have just picked a better axe. In fact, we don't need to break it down because we can see that, but I just want to see it properly. Okay. So that there, if I've got a hole, it's on that, and it is on the inside of it, and it is literally half a block, wedge on a wedge on a wedge. And from our block point of view, it hangs over by a block or a block and a half. But for us, technically, we're 18 by 18, but we're just going to pretend. So if I went and got some half blocks for now, like so, and I went from here to here, because we also don't need to make everything because the player can't see it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make this a full block. Bam, 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 bam. Oops. Just use these. Bam, 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 bam. And then we're going to get a half block again. Don't know what this will look like, but we'll try it. So we've kind of got that deal. That gives us a bit of, from looking from below, we get to see that depth, which is looking nice, which is that bit there. And then all we need is we need some vertical slats. We're not going to get 6, we're probably going to get 5. Vertical slats with a gap inside. And a hinge. Vertical slats with gaps in between. Let's just do this to start with. We probably need the full lot. Like so. Okay. And then that is currently 12 high. So we're going to go 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then all of a sudden from down here, let's say we were on here, we're looking up at that, we're seeing a hatch. Night night 50. I'm going to go to bed soon as well. If we put a hinge on the inside rather than on the outside, no, hinges are there. Oh, you can see the hinge from this side. That's fine. So this is always the issue here, but maybe we're just going to have to go full on. Sort of half. There is. And all of a sudden, we've actually got a hatch. Dead quick, super duper. The basics of a hatch. It's got to be painted, it's got to be sorted. That's light wood, that's light wood. So we're going to take that, we're going to paint this, we're going to paint that, we're going to paint this, we're going to paint that. Okay, so we've got that. What is going on here? Oh, that's meant to be like that. I'm going to paint that, paint that. I'm going to paint that. Paint that, paint that. Paint that. Might as well, just for consistency. Not that anyone's going to see it. But I'll know it. And then all of a sudden, boom! The hatch is there. That's a bit of a clean hatch. And it does not need anything behind. The only thing that we could do is make things slightly different height. Let's try the third one to be half. Okay. A quarter. Boom. All right. And then boom, boom. We won't have a 3/4 full 0.75. What do they call it? Oh. Um. 3/4, yeah. 3/4. But we don't have a half version of that. That's not a problem. Because what if we got a destroyed block like that? Too big. That's going to be too wide and too high. That's annoying. Why it's got a gable? Got gable 3/4. It's a weird name. Yeah, I was just seeing if there's anything we could put in that might make this look cool. Too much hassle. So in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to take that lot. I'm going to put that in there. And we'll exaggerate it. Hole. Plates. I can't see it. So already we have some kind of difference. So when you look at it, it's got that wonkiness. So we've got that smaller, same as that one all the way. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Paint these up rust. Boom, 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 rust black. Oh, yeah, baby. Rusty black is back. Bam. That is nice. And basic, but does the job. Question is, yeah, that'll do. And this here, oh, we've got to get a ladder in here. This is the only room that's not going to have trim around the top. So we paint that up and then keep that as it is. That's good. I have a... It feels like we should have a block here like that, but we're not going to, are we? No, that's fine. Can we make that OSB? Bum, 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 wood. Wood, crap wood, side wood, broken wood. Right, nice. Oh, I see. So there's the ceiling. Do we, along here, some kind of edge, or do I just make that the same? Some darker paint on one or two panels. The problem is we're so limited. We're so limited. Like that looks like a hunk of wood, right? if we, like, if I go darker wood, like I go wood painted, and then I go, oops, paint surface all sides, like it's just a total different beast. Do you know what I mean? Night night, mate. Cheers for coming. There is a trick. There is a trick to making things darker. There is a trick. That trick is called trim. Like if I get something with a trim, and that trim, I take this to this, let's just say, and then I paint this. It's not working there, but sometimes it comes up darker with some paint because of that trim deal. Okay. Just undo that. What is that? Is that still my stupid trim? No. Okay. File. Save. Right. I still think that's just good enough. Question is, what do we do for the ladder? I'm kind of a bit disappointed at what to do with this bit here. I don't want to make it grey. Do I want to make it the same colour as the ceiling? So it looks like something that's, yeah, that might be the best option. Right. If I can get myself a ladder done, I can go to bed. That would be good. And then I'll feel like good. So, when it comes to this, let's just shoot that out. Place that in there. Don't place that one. Place this one. What have we got here? So the ladder has the width of its one panel out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 2.5 across. So that bit's 2 across. And its width is, I would say, 1. 2.5. No. 5. I think that's 2. I think that's 2.5. If that's normally about 1, get my cursor about the right size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, because that's 10. Let's go out a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that cursor's worth 2.5. So that's worth 2.5. And that is 3.5. What's hideous? Let's have a look here. No, I need a better pattern. We need some kind of like nice grid pattern that allows us to count things nicely. That would make my day. Okay. So each one of those is worth 5. So if that's slightly offset, that's going to be worth probably 2. We'll make it 2. It'll be easier. Okay. And then we'll just put a cap on there. 3 across, 2 up. Let's try that to start with. That's on a 20 by 20, though. If I go 20 by 20 to that, 20 by 22. So 20 by 20 is that bit there. So a 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we got a 2. So it's going to be 2 off the thing. The width of it, well, got to get your feet on there. Surely it's going to be that. Let's try there to there. Let's just try the insanity anyway. All right. How wide would that be? Yeah, we're going to say 2. But what depth? Depth is 1, and then that brings it out. Okay. Bam. To the bam. To the bing, bam, boom. Bam. To the boom. To the bim, bam, bomb. Okay. That really looks too wide to me. That's how wide it's meant to be. To this, with a little notch, it's because I've made it smaller. And just cast some doubt on the eye. No, it's because that one's too far out, you Donkey Kong. You Donkey Kong. That's better. And then this is going to be, wow, let's try. How high up is this going to be? Skills, mate. Paint all that again. Oh my god, undo that. Undo that. Undo that. Okay. So you've got a rung at the top of the block, and you've got one halfway. That's really easy. So you're going to have one at the top of the block and one halfway. So here we've got 1, 0 to 10. That's 0 to 10. There's one there. And if that's 20, that's one there. And if that's 30, that's one there. 40, 50. Bam. From here to here. Boom. From here to here. Boom. Oh, again. Fat fingers. Put the computer to sleep or log myself out. Hopefully still streaming. There we go, working. Where were we? Somewhere around here. Still ready. Oh, we're stuck in jail. From here to there. Boom, boom. From damn blocks. Nice. That's a bit hideous because you're not going to be able to get up there. So we're going to have to take that to here. Pull this out. Now they are just, this is only one block. So that is one block high. Yeah, we climb those all the time, don't we? Just shows though, if it's one block high, it is a bit crazy, seeing as our character is 2 meters tall. And that means we're looking directly, our head is there. And if that's one block, head is here. Yeah, that's right. That's how I traded. Yeah, that's right. I'm just feeling too small as a mouse. Okay, and then here we need our beautiful half block to finish, which is here. All right, do this side first if you're going to be like that. Right, nice. Look at that. If only anyone was here to appreciate the gorgeousness that is this. So, we've got the mod on. Ah, you got no chance of jumping across that. Okay. That's not a problem. That is so cool. If we could get the player to get up here, then they could jump on top of this. They can't get up there, but they can see outside. But even put some little Easter egg here. Some kind of weird thing that you get on the roof. Yeah, what's the error here? That looks so cool. That looks awesome. Not sure about that strip there. Darker. Maybe concrete. You can't really tell anyway. It's fine. Noise. Can I get a ducting pipe to go down here, around here, into the jail? It goes up there. You can jump out of the broken thing into there. Yep. I think that might be cool. Right, nice one. Oh, geez, nuts. I know it's not an exact match to the hatch, but a cross brace on the back top so it can keep the ball together. Yes, I did consider that, but we could. That is, it's just like, do you try and, you know, like, I'm not going to be making all of this long, but then do you like instead just make what the game has? Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to, I know we make our own things up, but there's actually no cross brace on this, which I agree is silly. The only other thing that we can do is quickly is we could take the cross brace from here and then just see what that might look like. Do you see what I mean? Don't know what that looks. That is one too high there. Okay, that's okay. So this cross brace, obviously this cross brace is not attached very well. And that is because I could rotate this. Okay. Let's try that again. Boom, boom. Right. No, I can't. That's going into... No. Let's try it. I think it's going to destroy something or other. Let's go up one. Stick that in. Has that destroyed any front paneling bits? No, it hasn't. So you're right. That does kind of give it some kind of structure. What do you think? I think it probably looks better than the hatch. I still like that these are slightly different heights. That gives it a bit of niceness there. But yeah, why not? I've had to make the door different because the door has a single brace that goes all the way across, and I don't have the angle. This way, yeah, no. I like it. I like it. I like it. That's good. It's got a bit more oomph to it. So what we'll do next time is we'll take some piping, put some piping across here. If we can, we'll try and get an angle to come down here. And then it goes down and puts a vent in here. The vent can go up out of here, which we can't let players go through. There can be a break in it and they can jump through there. Just a simple horizontal towards the chop would say, in real life, have a handle to lift. Well, the reason I like that is because it gives us something that's not horizontal from the eye's point of view. But there is nothing stopping us. Let's chuck that there. Let's chuck that there. Let's get rid of that. So something along the lines that would be here. So we're saying get something like that and then go to there and stick that on. So we have something just like that. Is that what you mean? Oops. So it just looks like there'd be a little handle behind here or something. No, this is the whole point of me streaming this, is I need your random ideas. This is how it works. I'm just saying there's benefits and stuff like, I think that's more realistic. Do you know what I mean? You know, you just put a brace across there. I could even, shouldn't there be a handle on the actual thing? There isn't a handle there, but we could put a handle on here. Like literally this handle here. Not, but yeah, we could like, you know what I mean? That's the whole point. Because it might be better than the 7 Days to Die one. Well, it is better than 7 Days to Die one, but so that there, let's just centralize it. Not quite central, is it? We might have to boom, and then we might have to nope. Boom. Oh, I see. It's always going to be off because, well, we can make that. And then you got like a handle on it. The handle needs to be lower. But you know what I mean? So we could take that handle, put it one lower. Come on, copy. We put that there. Now, if we're going to make it look better, we're going to have to go, we're going to have to do one of these. So we're going to go plate. We're going to have to get, is there a pole plate corner? Cube plate corner. What about a pole? Pole plate. We might have to do this one differently. Plate corner. So we're going to do plate corner, cube plate, half corner, trim. There's no pole plate corner, but if I did that, we'll make that thinner, and then we put in just a standard. It's not a standard ramp. It's going to be some kind of wedge. Isn't there a plate that slopes on one side? Probably. I think for this one, we just need to do this. Just going to take a plate. Oops, that is not what I'm looking for. Because then this is half a block from here. And this is going to be half a block when we get this shape half wedge job on there. And then we're going to get, oh, that plate can go there. And then here we're going to get half a plate there. Moink. We're going to place that there. And that there. Yeah. And then all we need is that shape to fit in there. So, and then, no, we don't need that shape. We don't need that there. So let's get some kind of ramp. We want a half ramp. Half ramp Dubry. Probably, is it going to be offset? Incline ramp. Did we use one earlier? I'm trying to remember its name now. Rain. It's like, so it's not a full. I don't want it to be full. I just need that block there. I need that half of a block. That's a stat. What is that? Is that just a ramp? It's not a ramp. It's a half ramp. They've been clever enough to call it a half ramp. Half ramp. Cube half ramp. No, coaches. Keep the ideas going. Keep the ideas going. No, I'm not in this situation where I'm like, oh, I don't want no one to talk to me right now. Wedge 60 tip. Bam. Because basically, this is how I roll. That, I think that's really good. I feel like from the angle that this needs to be down one more. Just because you got to thinking about from where we see it when we're in the POI. I feel that yes, that feels like we're pulling it down better. I'm very nearly tempted to take maybe that, put that on the end. No, it's fine. Yeah, that's good. And then if we can, I don't know if we could paint this up to be like something a little bit more interesting. I don't know if we can do some. Oh my god! That is awful. There is so many bad woods here. Wood oak. Let's just paint all sides. Why have I got? Oh yeah, that's because of this. Oh, brilliant! So I can fill that in. Still. Nice. I might as well. Nice. I don't know if this is the right colour. I'm just having a look at it to see what it looks like. A bit darker. See, that looks a bit clean for one of those, but it's got some kind of coloration in there. It might even, I know it sounds a bit weird, but like with that on there, it just gives something. I don't know, some brownness. It's, if I save that, it looks too good. I'm gonna get rid of the shadow issues. Oh my god, why every time you reload something it has to knock you down like 2 blocks, so you end up always falling off and stuff. It might be too clean. No, it's something different. I don't know. I'll see. I'll leave it because I can always change it. I'll see if it grows on me. But it kind of feels like, yeah, that's like getting outside. What would be lovely is if you were standing here looking around, you looked up, you just saw, if there was a vent pipe going up here, you saw a vent cap there. That would just be real nice. If I can get this idea I've got of a vent system around here. The problem is I need to find out if we can curve these successfully so they look like a curving pipe. And then although in essence, do you know what is annoying? These do these stripes in a length way, but like with this ducting, it should be vertical, shouldn't it? This is the problem. You really want this ducting to be vertical so it looks like, you know, it's all crinkly. We can't do much about it. But there we go, people. We've done all right tonight. So we've finished off this tricky little thing and made our own opening mechanism. So we've got a box. I think we're going to have to, well, I don't know. If anybody fancies trying to make a weapon of some description, it would be interesting within here. We've got to put what goodies. Think about the goodies that we could have in here, you know. But like, I would kind of expect there to be, you know, military crate. I don't know. Something along the line. Something in there anyway that's interesting to kind of see, and stuff to climb up. You know what I mean? Shame we can't make an AK-47 and line up there and you have to walk up the side of it. I don't think I'm that good. But we've got a nice case there. We've got the workbench. We've got this. We've got to think about like I've kind of been just cheeky here. I've just made this and then I've gone, let's have it hollow in the inside. Do you know what I mean? And you kind of like jump up on here and you jumpity jump and you're inside. That could be interesting. The bed doesn't have much besides a little bit of a stainage. This is going to be replaced with a proper crate. And we've got inside these walls as well. So we've got lots of ways to run round, but I feel like there's not enough stuff to, I don't know. We've got to get from here to here. We've got a lot more kind of pathing parts to put. And then what do we put on this wall? Like, what would be here? Do we do a pile of bricks or do we do something? Like, we've got to think of what is in games. Partially eaten sandwich, where? I haven't made one of them. Oh, the partially eaten sandwich. Sandwich. Oops. Does it give us a graphic? No, it gives us a bloody thing, doesn't it? How big would a sandwich be? Piece of bread that big. So how much is a piece of bread? 15 centimeters? So that'd be I don't know. But it's only thin, that's the problem. So when it comes to a sandwich, you're kind of like, I don't know. It'd be interesting. I don't know. We can try. We can try that. But right now, I do have to go to bed. I've got plenty to do tomorrow. Plan tomorrow is to do a bit more of this maybe in the evening. So get those ideas going. If you can't be here, of course, and you have any good ideas, please go to the Discord and just post them. All ideas are needed. Whoa, almost fell off. But I like that. That's come out all right. That's pretty quick, good quickie. Let's fix this bit here. Doink, 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 doink. And save everything we've done. So yeah. Oh, a sandwich inside there. Yeah, that could be cool. I wonder if we could make some kind of sandwich. Two. I don't know how to quite do a little half circle coming out. That could be a. Oh, I want to go to bed, but I want to make a sandwich now. I don't know. No, I'm just thinking like you could like have sticking out like some kind of like piece that looks a little bit like, or even if you had this, if that was inside the sandwich from the side, you could paint that up like a, I don't know, like a little gherkin. Do you know what I mean? And you could have some minging bread. We get some adobe tan, like so. Oops. Okay, that wouldn't matter. You wouldn't see that. But you could get like a little bit of a gherkin going, like so. You'd get some kind of, or even on the outside, you could do something, and then we get some halves, and we, you know, like this one here. If this was, let me just get some halves quickly. I am going to go to bed. 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 But like that there would, I don't know how big a piece of bread would be in this game. We'll have to look at probably like, let's say it was that big, right? So there we got a little gherkin. But if we had like another bit of the sandwich, oops. Now, of course, we can set these with trim so we could paint each half of them. If you had that and then you put like that there and that there, you know, I know that's not the right thing, but it would be something sticking out of a sandwich. I don't know. I gotta like the idea of something totally stupid. I don't know if a sandwich is entirely possible. Maybe a sandwich would be that. And of course you'd have the lid part. You'd have that. Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea. I like the idea of something kind of different and rebellious when it comes to what we're doing. Now, obviously, we'd have to like use a split tile. But then, I don't know, you just, I don't know, let's get a bit of green lettuce sticking out. You know? A bit of cheese. We've got, you know, what if you had like a wedge of cheese? Not this wedge particularly, but I don't know, there's something in it. There's something in it. I'm not dissing it. I'm not dissing it. Because if you didn't have that, if that tile had a bit sticking in, then you could continue the green. Yeah, bits of destroyed wall. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to hit save. I am going to go to bed. But I want sandwiches ideas. Sandwiches. How do we get a piece? So let's do a cheese and lettuce, a cheese and gherkin, a cheese and something, a bit of tomato, a big circular thing in there. More than one sandwich, one place on another at a slight different angle. Like, just put some lunch in there. We'll put a drink and some lunch in there. Inside there, it could be a picnic basket, which Rex can be staring at like he wants his sandwich. Do you know what I mean? Like, why not? No, 20 to 3 in the morning. Oh, I so want to do this now. But yeah, there's stuff. It's just working out the best way of putting this together in the sense of, you know what I mean? Because if you do this, if you wanted this inside the sandwich, it would have to be... Okay, that's not the best destroyed tile because it's not a half. But if you want this in the sandwich, let's say, the sandwich would have to be a block off the ground. Oh no, it wouldn't, because your problem is if you want a piece of bread on top. But you could have that sticking out of it or something. I don't know. There's a lot of options. Holy moly, stupid game. Right. Look at the crash into the sandwich. Splat. All right. Sandwiches. Sandwiches. I think that's good. Right. Save. That's a challenge. I love a challenge. Right then. I'm pressing exit. Let's have a quick look and see what everything is up to. I don't know what's going on here. If there's anyone that I know that well online at the moment. There is Divine Panda is paying Bloodborne. What is that? But they're taking a break right now, and I don't know how long they're going to be. There's people on there, but not lots of people that I know well. You know what I mean? Or shall I just be totally... No, let's do the normal thing. Let's go to Twitch. Just 7 days to die. 7 days to die. Click on 7 days to die. Click on, I don't know, language search tags. Viewers low to high. Who's got the lowest on there? Somebody called Toastman. That's you. Toastman. I like toast. They're not saying anything. They look like they're just about an adult. They got a student, messy bedroom. Have a good time zone. Let's raid Toastman. Fun. Right, thank you everyone. It's been good. I think it's just time now we just go and say hello to somebody and then run away. Basically, thank you very much, and I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.